Yo, what's up everyone? What's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast. A podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up everyone? What's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing it back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what is up, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to another episode of the What's Up PlayStation Podcast. You know, it's a Saturday morning. It's a beautiful, wonderful day in the PlayStation neighborhood. It's a beautiful and wonderful day to be a PlayStation gamer. Would you be ours? Will you be ours? This is episode 78, man. 78 episodes of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Thank you guys for continuing to support the podcast, man. For those people that are new to What's Up PlayStation Podcast, we are a PlayStation centric podcast where we talk about the latest, the greatest, the good, the bad, the ugly news of PlayStation throughout the week. I am one of your hosts, Jay Bari, and I got the best lisp on YouTube. Let me tell you. There's nobody, I mean nobody, that got a better lisp than your boy Jay Bari. But like I said, I am one of the hosts of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. I'm also right next to me, or across the bridge, is my boy, my brother from another mother, the gaming god himself, the Call of Duty god, the Strangers of Paradise Crystal Breaker. Gaming with Persona. Your Persona, what's up, bro?
Hey, man, what is good? What is good?
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yes,
What is
sir.
good, people, man? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and the other half of the What's Up PlayStation Podcast crew. And listen, man, it feels good to be back, man. Shout out to y'all in the chat. You know, appreciate y'all coming through, always rocking out with us. Shout out to you, Bari. Always good. I always say it, man. It's always good. I look forward to the Saturday morning show. Chopping up with you, man, talking some gaming and whatnot on the What's Up PlayStation podcast. And man, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, man. It's gonna be a good show as always.
You get a trophy, Persona.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I try. I try.
You know what I mean? You out here, gaming, in this gaming community,
I've clocked in about 60 hours in Strangers of Paradise, bro. I've been on it this week with Strangers. That's all I've played this week is Strangers of Paradise. That's all I've been playing. Nothing else but Strangers.
Yeah,
I love it. It's a great game.
Same here. Been playing a lot of that as well. I think I got about 50 some hours in the game. But yeah, man, it's a very fun game. I wish it was a little bit more polished on the graphical side of things, but
absolutely.
It's not bad at all. But I'm just saying, like, it's a great game. You know what I mean? Might have complimented with beautiful and consistent looking quality graphics. But yeah, the gameplay is amazing, man. Definitely one of my favorite games so far of this year for sure.
Right.
But yeah, man, we got a very interesting show this week, Persona, man.
Before we even get into that, how you feeling this week, man? How's your week, man?
My week has been all right, man. It's a busy work week. I'll be honest with you, I've been on DNF Duel kind of hype. So like the first like 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I start, all right, let me go play Strangers. But that first 2 days, I didn't play nothing. I was just thinking about DNF Duel. I couldn't grasp myself to play anything else, you know what I mean, other than like, yo, damn, I wish I could improve here. I wish I had a demo. I wish I had more time with the demo. I even booted up the game just to listen to the music.
Oh yeah, you having some serious withdrawals, man.
Yeah, man, it was bad, yo. It was bad. But like around Wednesday, I was like, all right, you know what? Nah, I gotta get Strangers of Paradise completed. I started booting that up, and right, after that, I get on back on Ghostwire and on the other games that we've been playing and all. But how about you, man? How was your week this week? You out here buying new juices, man? What's up with that?
Hey, man, listen, shout out to the Turkey Hill gang, man, with the iced tea tropical. It's got me hooked a little bit.
It's a nice mix right there. Nice mix.
Nice mix. Yeah, a little something. But for me, man, my work is solid, man. Work has been good. A lot of meetings this week, honestly.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
a lot of I got like 2 really big projects coming up where I'm meeting with like leaders and whatnot. So it's a lot there. But in terms of gaming, like I said, man, Strangers of Paradise, that's really my focus right now. Especially since April and May there really isn't any games that's pulling me to buy, right? I do have Chrono Cross, but I'm not going to play that yet. I want to get through some of these other games. So, first on the list is Strangers, working on that platinum, and then we'll go back to Ghostwire, get that plat, and then move on from there and just play everything else.
Yo, quick question. What do you consider like a backlog? Like, how long does a game need to be out for you to be considering it like a backlog? You know what I mean? Like, there was a whole bunch of games that came out within this year, right? And then people would be like, yo, but I got a backlog. I gotta go finish Ghostwire Tokyo. Like, nah, that game was like 2 weeks old. Like, how is that a backlog?
Yeah, that's not a backlog. A backlog is like I say like 3 months or more, 3 to 6 months or more. Like, if you haven't touched the game for at least 3 months, that's in your backlog.
Okay.
I feel like
I got you.
3 months. Because I got some games in the backlog I want to go back and finish as well. I want to go through Final Fantasy 1 through 6, complete 9. Play through 10, 10-2, and all that. That's backlog shit. That's backlog shit that I'll get to. But nah, Ghostwire and all these other games that came out this year. Like right now, we're only in the 4th month of the year. There is no backlog yet.
Yeah, like for me, when I think about like a backlog, it gotta be like, I say minimum at least 6 months, but I'm pushing towards like a year, man. You know what I mean? Like,
a year?
Yeah, because that's considered like that's a game that you put in the back. You know what I mean? Like, and now you pull it back out.
Is it a year? Now, but wait, is it a year of not touching the game at all, or just a year?
Yeah, a year for not playing it or not completing it, not completing.
Okay, yeah, I can see that a year. Yeah, all right, I give you that a year.
Nah,
I think 6 months to a year.
when you scroll on the Twitterverse, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, everyone
game,
my backlog. You know, they love doing that.
A game
shit,
be like
man.
a week old and be like, yo, yeah, I gotta finish this up for my backlog. I'm like, what?
Yo, people, it's crazy too because like people always do that. They always be like, yo, man, I want to finish this, but I want to get through the games in my backlog. And then it's like every time a new game comes out, they say that same thing, and I'm like, my man, like, when are you actually going to complete the games in your backlog?
You gonna touch that backlog,
you know, like,
man.
Like, there's a couple of games I want to complete in the backlog, but I also want to play these new games as well. That's why it's called the backlog. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah,
I'm bringing that as an excuse.
I'm bringing a new terminology. Okay, when a game is like a week old, we're gonna call it a front log. Okay,
Front log.
we can't be calling it like backlogs out here. Yo, we got the legend in the building. Yo, Sean Layden in the chat. What's up, Sean Layden? Appreciate you coming through. Waking up early.
Hey, shout out to Sean Layden. Yo, mod Sean Layden up real quick. No.
Mod my man's up.
Mod him up, man. Shout out to Sean Layden in the chat. Appreciate you, Sean. Always.
But yeah, like I said, we got an interesting show this week. It's kind of been I hate to use the terminology like dry gaming week, but for a PlayStation, it's been a dry gaming week. But you know, me and Persona, we are the best at what we do. We're here to entertain. So we got an interesting show for you guys, man. But let's get into the rigmarole, man. Episode 78. You guys know the vibes and what we do. We got to let you know the games that came out throughout the week. So these are the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 games that came out April 4th through the 10th. And here we go. So the first games we have here, this is US, of course, is Burger Break Head to Head for the PlayStation 4.
Oh, is that a game you bought?
Absolutely
is that a game
not.
you bought?
Absolutely
one of them
not.
one of them quickie platinums. You feel me? Might be 20 minutes.
Hey, we gotta start buying these burger games, like the break games, and like reviewing them real quick for what.
Ayo facts.
So when you go in the store, they only like $5. You know, the game.
Yeah.
Then we have Legal Dungeon for the PlayStation 4. Then we have the massive collection of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga for the PlayStation 5 and 4.
Did you buy this? I've been really contemplating picking this up. I'm not gonna lie. I really might pick this up.
Does it have co-op or no? Like
I believe it's got the online components as well.
I will sit down and play this like with my a nephew, or my young nephew, like, you know, get him through the whole Star Wars saga. Like,
yeah.
But here's the thing: it's a rite of passage. You must learn. You know?
Yeah. What stopped me from buying this was my backlog.
my backlog.
My backlog.
Yo, then we have MLB The Show 22 for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then we got Replica, PlayStation 4. Moving along, we have Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition for the PlayStation 4. So the Radical Dreamers is like an edition of the game, or a segment of the game that came out in only Japan, but now it's officially coming out here in North America. So you have the original Chrono Cross game that's, you know, remastered or whatnot. And then you also have the Radical Dreamers that you can, you know, play through,
which is dope. I'm excited to play this. Like I said, I'm definitely going to get through this once I'm done with Final Fantasy and all these other games. But I kind of wish they would have remade this, man. Like, I don't know, or at least I wish they would have did at least maybe a double pack, like Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger, and added this Radical Dreamers edition stuff. I kind of wish for a double pack so that you could kind of play both in unison. But I'm still very excited to get through this again and play the Radical Dreamer stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I booted it up. I thought it looked good, in my opinion. The performance could be a little bit better though. I was like, oh, I noticed these drops here. You know what I mean? For a game that's a PS
20 years old.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow.
So the next game we have here is Escatos for the PlayStation 4. Did I say that right? Escatos for the PlayStation 4. Then we have Lucky's Tale. So Super Lucky's Tale is now on VR. So you remember it came out Yeah, it came out on VR, but on PC. But now it's finally on the PlayStation on VR.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have one hand clapping for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Persona, can you give us a review, please?
Oh man, 10 out of 10. You feel me?
So how do you clap on one hand? Are you slapping your other body parts? What's going on over there?
You slap yourself. That's what you do. You slap yourself with your one hand, and that's how you clap.
Okay, gotcha. Or you slapping somebody else?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Then we have Outbreak, Contagious Memories for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then we have Road Maintenance Simulator for the PlayStation 4. Whoa, yo, they got a simulator for everything now.
Road maintenance. Hey, real talk. I was talking about this earlier in the week. I wouldn't mind having like a laundromat simulator. Like I love doing laundry.
You for real? Yeah, I love doing laundry too. But
I love doing laundry. Like that shit hypes me up. So I would love a laundromat simulator.
I love doing laundry due to the fact. Like when I'm taking the clothes out the dryer, you get that hit off that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And then when you folding up your clothes,
let me ask the question, Bari. What type of detergent and fabric saucer and all that you use? What you using?
Oh, I'm a Tide guy. So it depends. When it comes to colors, I'm using Gain because Gain got that little smell to it, and everything when it comes to like dryer sheets and all that stuff is Gain for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But my whites is Tide.
I'm a Tide guy. Yeah, I'm a Tide guy. I love Tide.
Yeah, we some nerds though.
What about fabric softener? Use Gain for the fabric softener as well?
Typically, yeah, Gain. But there's like
I'm a Donny guy. I'm old school. I've been using Donny since I was a little kid.
There's stuff that be having like it within the detergent as well. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, the double. I don't really like those. I mean, I like to be able to actually put it in there and know, like, yo, this is the fabric softener. This is definitely going on the clothes.
I get you.
I'm weird like that. Do you use the dryer sheets as well?
Yeah, I'm a drying sheet connoisseur, man. I be throwing like 10 of them joints. I be throwing like 10 of them joints in there.
Straight up,
it don't matter how big the load is. I throw like 10 of them things in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, we in the same boat.
Then we have Slipstream for the PlayStation 4. Then Whiskey and Zombies for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Z-Warp for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Clay Skeet Shooting for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Yo, if this was in VR, that would have been cool. That'd have been cool.
Clay Skeet Shooting?
Yeah, you ever done Clay Skeet Shooting? Like
that's the thing where they like go pull and then they shoot it up. Yeah. No, I've never done. I've always wanted to do that, but I've never done that before.
Yo, one of these days in the summer. Just let me know. I let my brother know. Like, yo, we're gonna go up there and we're just gonna go shooting. You know what I mean? He got a whole bunch of it, like clay shooting.
What? Oh yeah, I'm with it. Let's go.
Yep.
Definitely.
That's when I get if I want to get my stress off. You know what I mean? I just go to my brother.
Oh yeah, we're going up there, your brother. Yeah, okay, I get you.
And we just shoot out in his range. Then Lake for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then Pity Pit for the PlayStation 5. Then Wild West Corpse for the PlayStation.
Crops.
Oh, Crops. Yeah, why I'm saying Corpse for the PlayStation 5 and 4. So yeah, guys, those are the games for the week. If you guys have anything that you're interested in here, let us know in the chat, man. And also in the chat, we appreciate everybody coming through. I see all the beautiful faces and the friendly faces in the chat. It's always a pleasure seeing you guys in here. Welcome to episode 78. You guys enjoying the stream so far? I mean, it's just the beginning. Hit the like button. But if you guys are one of those people that, hey, listen, I'm gonna wait until you say something interesting. You know what I mean? We don't mind that either. We don't mind that either. Some people, you gotta earn that like. You know what I mean? You gotta earn that like.
Yeah, I get it.
So it is what it is. Yo, so we Persona, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know your spotlight game for this week, or you're gonna break the rules this week.
You know what? This week I'm probably not gonna break the rules. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to kind of choose like a spotlight game this week, just because like I think I've used Strangers of Paradise like 2 times already, right?
Hey, man,
but I'm just so like into this. I'm gonna use Strangers of Paradise for a 3rd time. Yo, listen. I really love this game, man. Like it's crazy because the Team Ninja team that makes this, they obviously made the Nihon series as well, and this is very Nihon-ish, right?
Nihon,
where it's Nihon-ish, yeah. Where it's
Neo.
Neo. Yeah, it's very Neo-ish.
Hey, man.
Where like it's got those different tropes that Neo players would be familiar with, but it's also still got that Final Fantasy skin on it. It's still very much Final Fantasy in terms of like just the aesthetic and the overall ambiance and essence of the game. Is very much Final Fantasy. Just the gameplay is what falls within the realm of Neo, right? I really am loving this game. Like again, guys, I ain't gonna cap. The graphics ain't perfect. Right, if you're buying this game thinking you're going to get something as pretty as Elden Ring,
yo, come on.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself. If you're thinking of getting something as pretty as like Horizon Forbidden West or something like that, you're not getting that here. But what you will be getting here is a very solid, I think, story, a very solid combat, very solid gameplay tropes, very addictive gameplay loop, right? And a great story, good boss fights. I love it. I love the game, man. I honestly do. And I would even say play the game on hard, right? And the only reason why I say that is because that challenge that's there with it, I promise you'll appreciate it.
That is fine.
Because like fighting some of these bosses, and like it reminded me of like old school RPGs back in the day, where like when I got to a boss, and I couldn't beat the boss, and he would keep beating me, and like my tactics weren't right and stuff like that. I'm just like, yo, man, like, what the hell am I doing wrong? And then like I'm going to farm a little bit more. I'm changing up my gear. I'm looking at my stats and everything to make sure I'm using the right moves in the right places and stuff like that. It kind of has those type of gameplay loops and tropes here as well, because there's times where I'll fight certain bosses and I'm using Berserker class, right? But like the moves that I have and how I have my stuff set up, sometimes you might have to switch to a mage. Sometimes you might have to switch to
the mage classes are broken. They're super strong.
Very broken in this game. Yeah, very strong. And especially I just fought Iron Giant with the mage because he's weak to lightning. So I'm like, oh, he's weak to lightning? Let's switch to the mage class real quick and throw some lightning on this boy. So, when it comes to this game, the job system, everything in this game really is super on point. And I really do love this game. So Strangers of Paradise is definitely going to be my spotlight game for this week. And Bari, I lied. We definitely gonna break the rules.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna break the rules this week. My second spotlight game for this week is that God of War Ragnarok. You understand? Woo! That's gonna be the greatest game to release this year. Do not debate me, debate your mama. God of War Ragnarok is about to be fire. You understand? And trust and believe, we're gonna get that news very soon about that God of War Ragnarok and that state of play and all that stuff. I'm hyped for God of War. I cannot wait. So yeah, those are my spotlight games.
Yo, absolutely, man, absolutely. Yeah, like let's continue your Strangers talk real quick. Like I'm enjoying the game. Yeah, I love the job class system. I love the fact like if you're in tune with like the Final Fantasy in itself and all that stuff, they have all these classic villains and bosses that's in the first game within there as well. But they have like a little story background to it just to lead up to Jack's thing. My only like con that I have with the game is like when I think of like just like Final Fantasy and like Garland himself, I think of like a serious type character, and yes, he's serious in the game, but it feels like it's very comedic at what they do. Like everything is just over the top, super animated type of thing, where that kind of threw me off as far as like what I was expecting from the game. So like there's a lot of stuff like my man out here that's cursing. Like I don't give a fuck. But I think he did that with Marlith. Yeah. When he was no. He did that with was it Marlith or it was one of these bosses that he did that with where like he jumped up and was like, I don't get it was Lynch. It was Lynch. Yeah. Lynch. Where he jumped up and said, I don't give a fuck. Like I clipped that too. I'm like, yo, this game is like really off the chain. With it's super over the top. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I that's obviously where they was trying to go with it. I guess they let's run with it. But for me, it's offsetting a little bit. But overall, I like the gameplay and all that stuff. So yeah, and the Sage class is definitely broken, man. Like, I'm not saying broken, but I love it. Yeah, I love the Sage class.
You can use both white and black magic. It's OP.
Yep, when you unlock certain stuff. But yeah, nah, man. it incentivizes like grinding in the game as well. So you know what I mean, I'm all for it, man. I think the game is pretty cool. But as far as my spotlight game for the week, it's going to be a shocker, but I really do enjoy this developer, Supermassive Games, and the Quarry. The Quarry is definitely my spotlight game, where I think that's going to be the one for the summer, man. It's going to be a sleeper that people are sleeping on, but I think it's going to be like a fun, game to watch as a stream, or just a fun game to play and just talk about. So yeah, the Quarry is looking pretty good graphically, look amazing. I think Supermassive Games are like the best at that play style of that, that narrative driven type of, telltale type stuff. I think they are the best at it, and this game just looks gorgeous, man. So I can't wait to play it. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest fan of like horror games. I love horror movies and all that stuff, and they play.
How do you like horror movies but not games? That doesn't make
because I find horror movies hilarious. But like a horror game,
okay.
Like a horror game, like when I'm, cause for me, I get really like into a game. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Like there's times where I hate spoilers, I hate watching certain trailers, I hate all that stuff. So when I'm playing a game I'm interested in, I'm into the game. Like I'm immersed. You know what I mean? So the way how I come at and approach games like horror games, like especially if it's a horror game that don't give you, shit to defend yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta run, or you got a flashlight, or you got a freaking camera and your battery's low. Like, what the hell? Give me a gun. Give me a rocket launcher. You know what I mean? Those type of horror games, I don't mind. I can play that all day. But the ones that don't give you nothing, like what's that game that remember we was in a party chat, and it was like a dude that's looking through the mic. I mean, not a mic, but through like a camera. And then there was
you talking about last light or something like that?
No, we was in a party chat. We was all playing the game at the same time, yo. And this freaking monster was chasing me, and I was like, yo, I can't do nothing. But all I got is this camera looking in the night vision mode, and I'm like, yo, what the hell?
The camera, I know what you talk. Outlast.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Outlast. Man. That's what it's called.
Yo, bro, I put that controller down. Wait, I said, yo, nope. And yo, Supermassive also made a VR game. It was called The Impatient. I did a live stream of that game. I was live streaming that game, and yo, there was this scary ass scene where, like, I guess one of these monsters or demons was like behind you, and this is in VR. Cause I'm thinking Supermassive. I'm like, okay, Until Dawn. That was a cool little thing. No, they went over the top here in this one. And yo, I told everybody to stream, I'm sorry. I put that VR headset down and I deleted the game, bro. I deleted the game right there. I was like, nope, not me. You're not gonna get me. I'm sorry, but I'm excited for the Quarry though, man. I'm excited for that one. And I gotta say this too, man. I got a guilty pleasure for the Sniper Elite games, and they coming out with another one. So Sniper Elite 5 is coming out, and it's just the bullet penetration and the slowdown and all that stuff when you're about to get like a nice shot. It's very satisfying in those games. And I always get the Sniper Elite games. I always get them, yo. And normally people don't care about these games or nothing like that, but yo, I always get them, yo, because it's satisfying. That's the play. You know, it's like the snipe and shoot. And my bad, Persona, I gotta say this: DNF Duel, because TOA is definitely coming back.
Yes,
the online arcade is coming back with DNF Duel, where we're gonna host our first tournament for that game. But more information is gonna be coming, later on, but yeah, I'm excited for DNF.
TOA back in the day, then it's gonna be lots of laughs, a lot of good conversation.
Yes, yo, Dead Space. I'm
Sorry, picking that up. You picking that up?
I don't know, man. Because I'm seeing people. I see my man got like a nice little weapon, and I see that you can upgrade your weapon and all that. But yo, the vibe of that game is man scary. I remember playing the demo to that game, and I put that demo down, bro. I was like, yo, this junk crazy.
It's so funny to see you like be scared of like scary games. That shit is crazy.
Yo, but yo, I can watch a horror movie all day, bro. It's weird. It's weird, but that's just me. I'm off like that. But yeah, guys, those are the spotlight games for the week. We gotta break the rules and all that stuff, man. But let's get into the news, Persona, man. It's not a lot of news this week, but we're still gonna make it interesting because we have here the top PlayStation Store downloads for March. And it's very, very interesting, man. Very, very interesting, Persona, man, because there's a lot of narratives that can be
already.
created.
You beat me to it. I was gonna say I already see people building their narratives and whatnot.
Yes,
you know?
sir, man. So the top PlayStation 5 games here in March, we have number 1, Elden Ring on the US side, Gran Turismo, WWE 2K 2022, Grand Theft Auto 5, Tiny Tina's Wonder World, NBA 2K 2022, Strangers of Paradise. We got to give that up. Strangers of Paradise.
Absolutely. Very happy about
Horizon Forbidden West, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Sifu. I mean, we can go through the whole 20, but we're just going to do the top 10. But yeah, Horizon dropping to number 8. Persona, how you feel about that? And Elden Ring number 1. What's up, Mr. Elden Ring hater?
I platinum the game. I'm qualified to talk my shit, you know. So when it comes to Elden Ring being number 1, like we talked about this a long time ago on the show, Bari, where we had brought up the question of, is Elden Ring or is Souls games niche because of the hype surrounding Elden Ring, right? So looking at the hype levels for Elden Ring, I'm not surprised that Elden Ring is number 1. I am a bit surprised that Horizon is that low, given how hyped a lot of people were for this game. And I'm sure a lot of people did pick this game up. But I do think, with the supply constraints with PlayStation 5, I think we're looking, right? This is not fact, but I do think we're looking at a Miles Morales situation where where Horizon has legs, where it's going to sell over time throughout the year into next year, with the bundles and stuff like that, and holiday shopping and whatnot. When people are getting PS5s, I think Horizon is going to be one of those games that's going to fall in that list of games that people want to play on a PlayStation 5 rather than a PS4.
I can see that argument as well. But that it'll be different if there was mixing this with like PlayStation 5 and 4 games. That argument, but I just feel like Elden Ring hype is large, just due to the fact of how now this game is more approachable, it's more accessible to a lot of people that typically never will play a Souls or Soulsborne game. I mean, we're seeing like a lot of people that's saying that they would never touch these type of games, but now all of a sudden we see them beating Elden Ring, or they platinum in Elden Ring or whatnot, because the game is just more approachable. They offer a lot of things to players, to
a lot of accessibility, the mimic tier, the summon, all that stuff.
Like you can approach a boss with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? You have like your Ashes of War, you have your summons, you can have your co-op. You just have a whole bunch of stuff that they give to you in Elden Ring that you never really got before on a Souls type game. Like they have a lot of OP stuff in the game, and then you have the community of things, where the community I think is also helping to push this game. Where every time I scroll through YouTube, I see Elden Ring new overpowered builds, or you know what I mean? Like it's just
how to farm 5 million souls per hour. And
a lot of that stuff play into it, because people's like, oh, I can get an overpowered build, I can do this in the game. And obviously the game is great as well. I think the game is
it is a good game. It is.
It's a very fun game to play. If you're into that, creating builds and all that stuff, it's definitely fun. I personally think Horizon is the better game overall. But I just think the hype of Elden Ring and the talk of Elden Ring and the videos and the YouTube videos, how you can easily be more successful in a monetary gain when you do an Elden Ring video of creating a build over just talking about, yo, look at this hard ass boss I gotta fight in Horizon. Horizon's a harder game, real tough.
I also think it's, and again, we've had this conversation a number of times, right? I also think the review scores played and like
that too.
Played a big part of it, because Elden Ring sitting in the 90s and Horizon sitting in the 80s, and albeit lower than the original game, despite Horizon Forbidden West improving upon everything, right?
I also think that played a big part of it because a large portion of the casual market or the community, they do use review scores to dictate the games they want to buy, and Elden Ring reviewed better. So I also think that's a part of it as well. And that hype, right? Everyone and their mama was hyping this game for months and months and months,
Yeah,
and
but at the end
it
of the
just
day,
took off.
this is great regardless
Yeah.
because it's
Mm-hmm.
showcasing that these games are selling well.
Yes.
On the PlayStation Store. Like, look, Gran Turismo 7 has much issues that people claiming that game had, which is all BS. People are out here actually buying the game,
It's
especially
number 2 on Earth and then number 1 in EU, which I'm
EU.
not surprised. Yeah, that's really good.
And yeah, you had Tiny Tina that sold well. I think this game is gonna, move up as well. Tiny Tina, that's gonna grow.
Yeah.
Strangers
Yeah.
of Paradise, number 7, which is great.
I'm happy to see Strangers there. I'm really, really happy to see
Yeah.
Strangers of Paradise there. I'm like, why is GTA 5 still there? But then I forgot, oh, it's GTA 5. So
Oh yeah, remember people got
especially
it for
with
the
with the
$10.
upgrade. Yep. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be there. I'm very happy for Strangers though. Very happy.
Yeah, man, I think this is a great sign for things. PlayStation, like, for digital becoming more prevalent to a lot of gamers. Seeing these games selling like hotcakes, like Elden Ring, people are buying a lot of that digitally. Great. Horizon, people
Yes.
buying it digitally a lot as well. Let me see if they got the PS4 games today. So Elden Ring as well, number 1. But yeah, this goes to your argument as well because Horizon in West is number 10 on P. But yeah, Elden Ring, it's just selling like
Number
hotcakes.
1. Yes, it's selling, man. Listen, you can't deny, like, no one can deny the success of Elden Ring, right? It's successful. Like, it's a great game. It's selling really well. Everyone is buying it. Now, how many people will beat it? That's a different story. But people are buying it.
I think a lot of people's beating Elden Ring. Like I said, it's just this is no.
I'm just hating a little bit. I'm just hating a little bit. No, I'm just hating a
This
little
is no flack to the game. It's like I just think it's a more approachable and it becomes a easier game. You know what I mean? It's no different than like the Kingdom Hearts effect, right? Kingdom Hearts 3 is probably an easier game, or is the easiest game out of the Kingdom Hearts series. Why? Because it's more accessible and more approachable as far as like how
Damn
much
Disney rides, bruh.
yeah, how much they give Sora, abilities and all that stuff. Elden Ring is like, yo, they give you a lot of abilities and stuff within the game. So
You could be fighting 5 little heartless, and they gonna throw that goddamn water slide at you. It's like, hey, use this water slide to beat
use this
these
water
5
slide.
heartless. It's like, what? These heartless ain't nothing. What you talking about? I don't need no water slide.
But yeah, man, it bode well for them. You know what I mean? This is their most successful game.
Kinkiso said, shout out to Kinkiso. He said the multiplayer is and being able to drop gear for people really helps. That is true.
Yeah.
Like if you got a friend that's like a beast at Elden Ring or beast at Souls games, they got all this super powerful gear, and then like you got somebody that's like not that good, and like they already beaten the game, you could like just give them all your super powerful gear, and they could just steamroll the game, right? It's just like, yo,
Or to
that is
get
very true.
specific trophies, you can just give that person stuff in.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Bari. Give me the what that's a couple swords that I needed. You feel me? Shout out to Bari.
Sure, but that plays into people wanting to buy the game. Word of mouth is really strong.
Yep, fair enough.
But yeah, those are the top games on the PlayStation Store. I mean, PlayStation doing really well in March. A lot of games came out, and it's good to see all the new games that came out in March. On the top 10, top 20 list. Yep. But let's move along, Persona, man, because we gotta talk about this, yo. For PlayStation, they cleaning up over there, man, at the BAFTA
Awards. Up overseas, bro. They clean it up overseas, man.
Yes, sir. So, PlayStation in general wins like 6 awards over there at the BAFTA. So let's go over them one by one. Do you want to go over it, or should I go over it? Can you see what's going on the screen?
I can take the honors here.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right. So listen, man. PlayStation is greatness. You understand? PlayStation is a household name, and so they won some BAFTAs at the BAFTA Awards.
The BAFTA
across the pond.
The most acclaimed. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So first off, shout out to Ratchet and Clank, man. Very, very. If you haven't played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, that really is a very high quality game and an experience, like a technical marvel, a developmental marvel, right? And I'm not just capping, man. Like I played the game, it's great. So Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart won Best Animation, and they won Best Technical Achievement.
Can we give Insomniac some trophies?
Absolutely, man. Throw them trophies at them, man. They were throwing trophies at us and that got their Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, sir.
So definitely throw them some trophies, man. That's so great. I'm very happy for them, man. Shout out to Insomniac.
That PlayStation really fragrance.
Shout out to Lindsay. Lindsay, she's really great. I follow her on Twitter, man. Shout out to her, man. Hopefully
this is what we was talking about, Sean. This is what we was talking about when we said the PlayStation fragrance. You know what I mean? And you definitely said what will Ratchet boot would smell like. We smelling it right here with this animation and the technical achievement.
And then shout out to Returnal. Right, listen, man. I've said this before. I'll say this again.
Let's go.
I am so happy to see Returnal and Housemarque get the recognition that they definitely deserve, because the glow up with this development studio is I'm so happy that I could witness it. Right, first game I played from them, Super Stardust, all the way up to now, man. Like, they've really been making some really dope games, and to see them cross over into that AAA realm with Returnal and it be recognized, so well deserved. So Returnal got Best Audio Achievement, which, real talk, if you've played Returnal, especially with the 3D headphones, you understand why they got that audio achievement. When you kill enemies,
Absolutely.
You hear
the environment, everything.
The environment, everything. So yes, Returnal deserves that. A Returnal Best Game. Listen, high quality new IP, love it.
Hey, yo, we gotta give him a platinum for that. Can we give him a platinum for that?
Absolutely. Come on, definitely give Returnal the platinums. Absolutely. And then Returnal got Best Music as well, which I did like the music in Returnal. So
what that Hyperion boss fight music there?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yes. That's some of the best music in the game, bro. I just when I first played the game, like the first time we played it last year, I stood there for like 20 minutes just listening to that music.
Yes, sir.
And it's just so good, man. So yeah, they definitely deserve that. And then shout out to Jane Perry, who played as Celine Vassos in Returnal. She got Best Performer in a leading role. Shout out to her, man. Appreciate it. She did a great job, I think, as well. Like I said, but believable.
Returnal don't got a story persona. Why is she winning performer and leading role? You know what I mean? What's going on?
Returnal requires that you play the game. You have to play the game to get the story. It's great, man. I like it. I'm happy.
Yeah, congrats to Insomniac and Housemarque. Achievements here on awards. Like, this is some great stuff here, man. This is what we talk about when we say the PlayStation fragrance or the PlayStation quality of things. Animation, technical achievement, audio achievement, best in game, best music, performance. These are things that PlayStation have been hitting all the marks on when it comes to these games. You know what I mean? These games are these PlayStation games, when it comes from PlayStation Studios, are the games that set the bar. You know what I mean? Like when Ratchet and Clank came out, this set the graphical bar. Like this, okay, yo, what can we do to beat out this game right here? You know what I mean? When it comes to animations and all that stuff, gameplay, Returnal was top notch. Music wise, the DualSense, some of people's best DualSense experience is within Returnal and Ratchet and Clank. You know what I mean? So they just set the bar, and this is what we talk about when we push these things. Like, yo, this is what we are experiencing here on PlayStation. And just not to play in the whole, games, within a service type of ordeal. You know what I mean? What games within the service that you see winning in these awards? Because the budget that you need to take stuff like this, technical achievements, animation, is not cheap. So putting these games into like a service day one that costs $10 a month or whatever it is, it doesn't fit the bill when it comes to PlayStation. That's why, Jim Ryan, Sean Layden have been saying this for like how long now? You know what I mean? Like, games are becoming more expensive. PlayStation wants to push the barrier. You know what I mean? They want to, push gaming forward. They're not just trying to be in the status quo of gaming. They're trying to push gaming forward. That stuff take money. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It does. And I'm happy to see them get the recognition they deserve.
Absolutely,
well
man.
Deserved.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, if you guys missed the BAFTA, awards, you can just head on over to like the BAFTA on Twitter. Check out all the awards that people won. So, but yeah, anything else before we move on, Persona?
Nah, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy to see them get the recognition, especially Housemark. That glow up is real.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you know what's also a glow up here? Because every time we see gameplay for this game, Persona, it just keeps looking better and better and better. And we have here new Forspoken gameplay, which it's kind of like a sad thing as well, because this game was supposed to come out in May, but now it's getting pushed to October, and we're seeing all this gameplay from Game Informer. And the game just keeps looking better and better, man. How you feeling about the new gameplay that we saw? And they explain a little bit as far as like the worlds and the areas that she's going to be exploring in. Each world and the area have like this unique type of personality and characteristics. Like this world right here, or this area that they're showcasing, like a side, like it's sitting sideways. Like the world, everything is sideways in the world. But
Sitting
it's
sideways, boys in the lane.
classic.
Sitting sideways, boys in the lane. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. When you said that, that's the first song that came to my mind.
Oh nah, it's all good.
Nah, yeah. So, Forspoken is one of those games that I've been hyped for since day one, right? You know, when I first saw the gameplay, when I first saw, Elena Bonisic, she fine as hell, by the way. When I seen her, you know, and seen the interviews and everything, I was like, yo, this is definitely something that I can get my hands on. It looks dope. Like the little snippets of gameplay that we saw, right? And then when we saw that gameplay that had got released on IGN, it looked rough. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like the frame pacing was. Yeah, the very first one before they took that down and said, "Oh, no, we gotta hit up Game Informer." The first one, you know, was a lot of frame issues and things like that. But you know, the premise of the game and what I was seeing in terms of like the combat and like the movement, right, and like how she's gonna be fighting in the world, that always sold me. I was like, "Yo, listen, the frame stuff can be fixed. Like that stuff can always be fixed." What I'm seeing here, gameplay wise, and you know, the quick little glimpse of story that we've seen, I'm like, yo, this is definitely something that I can see myself playing. This is pretty much Legend of Korra, you know, some Avatar shit where she can control all the elements and whatnot, right? And then when you see the different types of enemies, like once you start seeing more of the gameplay, shout out to Game Informer, who's been showing a lot of gameplay as of late. When you start seeing the different enemies, like the Lady of Justice enemy that she fights on the bridge, that she's in all black and whatnot, and I'm just like, yo, like that's unique. I've never really seen like an enemy type like that before, done so well, I should say. Then you know you see like the mystical elks and whatnot throughout the world, and fighting like those. When we was looking at the first gameplay, seeing like those zombie enemies and whatnot. Everything I'm seeing about this game looks great, right? Where I'm like, yo, I can't wait to get my hands on it. Which hurts that this game got delayed to October. But the game is definitely a day one, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be playing and putting a lot of time into. So this newest gameplay that we saw, it just looks better and better. But I know we were talking about this off stream, Bari. They need to hit up Sunny Legend to do these gameplay videos, because you know I think part of I think part of a game's appeal is how good it looks while playing it. And you know you need somebody that's good at the game, that's good at the game to be like, oh my god, that's really dope, man. I can't wait I want to try that myself, type of thing. So. But outside of that, man, the game is great. I can't wait.
Yeah, man, like I'm loving the gameplay and the things that she can do within the game. The traversal looks amazing. I just like how fast paced everything is. Like they're not trying to slow you down the game outside of like mixing and matching with some of these magical spells and what. This game is giving me a lot of like Infamous, like you said as well, you know, Avatar type vibes. Like this is like that Infamous type Avatar game. And the way how you can like customize and mix and match these spells, some of these things look devastating, bro. Look at this. It looks devastating. Like, but one thing I'm also noticing too, as devastating as these spells could be, these enemies are tanking these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they taking some of these. They taking these hits.
Man. You remember the last time we was like, I don't think this game is gonna be like a walk in the park type of experience. This game is gonna be like this is their Souls type game. You know what I mean? It's gonna be challenging, but it's just more for like a fast paced, difficult, you know, customize and you know, experiment what you want to do in the game type of game. Because look at that. How many spells she throw at these things? You know what I mean? These guys are strong, and we've seen this with a lot of the enemies within the game, and I like that because it gives you more time to just just do what you want to do and do some freestyle and stuff within the game. But
and with this gameplay that we're seeing, they definitely have improved the frame rate because
it's
there's a
smooth.
lot going on and there's no I'm not seeing no skips, no hitches or nothing like that. So they definitely improved this game quite a bit since we first saw it.
Yeah, like, but to play along, because you said like with Sunni Legend, and like I agree 100%. Like I feel like he's a person that can sell a game really, like, okay, this is what you can do in the game. Oh, this is what you can really do in the game. Like right here, what they're showing is just the basics, in my opinion. But shout out to Game Informer for like showing the gameplay and all that stuff. Is really good. That's teaching us about what's going on in the game and what we can do within this world of Forspoken. But I need the game industry to have more enthusiasm when they talk about these games. Everybody have this "I'm so cool" bravado. I work in the industry type bravado when they talk about this game. Like when I'm listening to everybody speaking this game, it's like they didn't have that excitement. It's just like they're just going through the paces of just talking about the game, and people don't understand how much that affects and can impact a game as far as being somebody being excited for or somebody buying this specific game. Because these people that work in the industry have so much, I want to say, pull towards somebody that am I going to be excited for this game? Just the way how somebody can talk about it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times where you can explain a game and showcase that enthusiasm, like, yo, this game is fire. This game is, and somebody was like, just based off of your excitement and enthusiasm, that can sell that person on the game. But every time this game has been shown for the last like 4 videos that it's shown, I feel like they just have this "I'm too cool for school" bravado. Like, oh, it's we're playing Forspoken, blah blah blah, and we can do magic spells and this and that.
You know where they exhumed that pretty well? The Hogwarts Legacy State of Play.
Yeah,
when you saw,
but that was
when
the
you
actual
saw, like,
developers or the people.
well, yeah,
that
no, true. So it's not really like there is no correlation between the two, but in terms of just that energy, right? Like when you were looking at when you saw like the game director talking, or when you saw, shout out to the community director, my boy Chandler Wood. We saw him talking, and like some of the other people that worked on the game, they're smiling, they're happy, they're excited. That stuff for me, that stuff. I'm just like, yo, that
look at the stuff you doing.
that
in this
makes
game,
me
bro.
happy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
We don't have the audio on, but the way how they was talking, bro, it's just like, you can float here and like, yo, this junk looks hype, bro.
Yeah. I'm excited. Like, yeah, I definitely do agree that the industry needs to, the game media industry needs to do a bit of a better job of kind of showing that excitement. And if it's someone that's reporting on it isn't excited about it, maybe you need to find somebody that is, because the point is, that stuff that comes off in certain videos and whatnot. So I do agree.
Yeah, you know what I mean. There's people that's probably saying this game is not hype or they're not excited for it. There's people that after 4 videos of this game, like, I need to see more. Like, how much you need to see more? Because the person that's probably explaining is not really doing such a good job, in my opinion.
I do think PlayStation is going to do a dedicated state of play for this, though, at some point later.
Yeah, they absolutely should do one. But nah, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to harping upon Game Informer. I think they're doing a great job as far as like talking about the game, but I would just like to see a little bit more excitement about it personally. But yeah, game journalists always has been they do market the game. You know what I mean? When we see these previews and stuff like that, Aaron,
that's marketing.
Yeah, that's marketing. That's word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's why they get these previews and demos.
Yeah, reviews are used as marketing tools. Where people, these developers or publications sell their games. Like, yo, look, the game got 10 out of 10 or this and this and that. They always been marketing. But yeah, that's the new Forspoken gameplay. Looks amazing. I can't wait until October to really play it. Like, everybody that probably pre-ordered the game on the PlayStation Store,
they canceled my pre-order.
You got refunded. Yep. They refunded it anyway, but I said, yo, I pre-ordered it again because I'm super hyped for the
game. Bari hit him with the "I said what I said."
Yeah.
Pre-ordered the game.
But they just like, yo, here's the money back. Like, wait, I definitely responded that I'm good.
Let me get this super chat from King Kiso real quick. King Kiso, appreciate you always, bro. He says best PlayStation podcast on YouTube. We appreciate you, Kiso, man. Thank you, always supporting us, man.
Yeah, Kinky. Crystal Dynamics. Then they delete their tweet.
Crystal Dynamics, what's tweet for Unreal Engine?
The two.
Well, go to Nibble.
Yeah, so let's lead into that right there. Unreal Engine 5 and Tomb Raider. The next Tomb Raider, Crystal Dynamics is creating it, will be using Unreal 5. We already seen like a proper demo of the Unreal Engine 5 when the PlayStation 5 got announced, or when it was coming out, and people was blown away as far as what it can do. Well, I let me say the PlayStation Nation was blown away. What Unreal can do, showing all the the ray tracing aspects, the lighting, the real-time lighting, just how I forgot the name of the character, but when she was traversing through the world and all the stuff was like breaking down and she's just zooming through the world because that essence stuff was being showcased.
Check the Discord. I just sent you the link to the tweet.
It was super.
Yeah, UE5. I mean, UE5 definitely. When we saw it back in 2020, running on PlayStation 5, I was blown away back then. I was just like, yo, like this looks next gen, especially with the stuff that they were explaining in terms of like the polygon counts and like the lighting effects, special lighting effects, and dynamic lighting and everything that they were doing. Obviously, the no loading and all that great stuff. What they explained and what they showed, I was just like, yo, if this is what's possible on PlayStation 5 through UE5, it's definitely going to be phenomenal, right? So to see, UE5 officially be launched this week, and also to see, so many developers going to be working on UE5, it has me really excited to see what the possibilities are on next gen consoles.
Yeah, you remember that Matrix demo that they had
Yep,
everybody
that was
download?
UE5.
Yeah, that was impressive. You know what I mean? Just seeing like, yo, imagine if now, other developers and people get that type of technology to work with. It was looking really good just from that little basic little demo and for the Unreal Engine 5 Matrix. But yeah, man, I mean, I think Unreal is like one of the most popular engines in gaming that people use. Like a lot of people use Unreal Engine.
I think
games.
I think Havoc might be a little bit more popular.
Havoc is more like a I can't think about the name. It's more I get what you're saying. It's very popular, but I don't think it's an engine per se, but it's more, I don't know if that's the proper word.
I forget. It might not be, but continue.
I know a lot of like fighting
thinking
games,
of something else.
a lot of action games. You like Havoc engine. Well, it might be an engine. Yeah, it might be an engine. Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. But no, Unreal is pretty popular as well. So just to see, they further in their engine stuff. Yeah, physics. There you go, physics. Yeah,
physics.
That's what I was thinking.
Physics engine. Yeah.
Oh, so Wukong is Unreal 5 as well. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Black Stage Wukong.
But yeah, Tomb Raider also got announced that it's going to be using Unreal Engine 5, man. Next Tomb Raider, pretty excited for that, man. But how you feel us overall? Next Tomb Raider got announced. Unreal is finally officially out. I don't think a lot of PlayStation developers use Unreal, right? Or they use their own type of engine.
Most I know I don't want to get ahead of the news, but I know Firesprite is using UE, and it did show that PlayStation was also going to be utilizing UE as well, because they show PlayStation branding in that big wall of like developers and publishers that's going to be using UE5. But I think so. In terms of Tomb Raider, and listen, I've loved the old school PS1 Tomb Raider games. I think those are iconic in their own right. But I'm gonna be honest, man, and I don't mean this with this new Tomb Raider series. I've tried to play it, bro. I just can't. I just like I tried to play I played the first one. I couldn't finish it.
The first one's the best one to me, in my opinion.
I played the second one, couldn't finish it. I played this third one. No, I didn't play the third one
The
yet.
Star one,
But
I
I don't know.
haven't played the third one yet.
I start them, but just like never finished them. And I'm gonna be honest, man. Uncharted spoiled me, and that like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to take anything from this new Tomb Raider series because it does look good
pacing,
and it
bro.
does play good. But
Pacing.
yeah, it's just Uncharted in terms of like those type of games. Uncharted spoiled me to where I'm just like, I'm, I'm
Uncharted pacing is
I'm
just
good.
different, yo. It's a different beast. Like
Yeah.
on top of the gameplay, the characters, just the way how they pace that game throughout. You know, yeah, you have your slow moments in Uncharted, but it's just more fine tuned. But yeah, I personally love the first one because the first one gave me that feeling like, yo, okay, she's about to get her dual pistols. You know what I mean, going forward. But the other games didn't really give me that, so I kind of was like disappointed with that. With 3, I haven't played 3 yet. I have it, but I haven't played the Shadow of Tomb Raider yet.
Yeah.
The second one was called what? Rise of the Tomb Raider. I thought that was
Rise.
pretty good too. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I might go back and try to like, play through them again and finish them.
Wait for a PS5 version.
I don't think they putting out no PS5 versions for this.
Listen, absolutely, they are going to do that.
I already own all of them, so it would probably be a free upgrade anyway. So
listen, I know people are going to be not going to like what I'm saying, but there will be a new Tomb Raider game is coming out using Unreal Engine 5. Make a collection of the original Tomb Raider, not the original, but the remaster ones, the remake ones, and just have all 3 games, available on PlayStation with PlayStation 5 update and all that. That will further push, the excitement. In my opinion, more money that we're gonna have to spend, or they can just update the game. However, just update
This Matrix demo was crazy, bro. This demo was so crazy.
It was crazy, because the Matrix demo was so good. Like I thought that was really like Keanu and what's the name? Talking
Trinity.
Like, Trinity, but it was they were in game, and then this aspect of the Matrix demo where you can just mess around and play around with everything. It was like, yo, this engine is going to be a beast, man.
Yeah. One thing I will say too, with Rise of the Tomb Raider and even going into this new Tomb Raider that came out, they did look good. The Tomb Raider games did look good. So with the new Tomb Raider being on UE5, I have a shadow of a doubt that it's definitely going to be a very beautiful looking game for sure.
The one thing the new Tomb Raiders nailed is just how the gun feels. Like the bow and arrow felt amazing. Like the shotgun and just like the impact that you get from that felt good. They nailed the aspect of it. And the crafting too was
yeah.
Unreal Engine 5 is definitely something to be hyped for. Can't wait to see upcoming games fully.
I can't wait to see fighting games on UE5. Real talk.
Yeah, 'cause I think Tekken uses Unreal, so they might use like Unreal 5 for the next. And Unreal, I didn't know this, to be honest with you. I didn't know like Unreal Engine was like free to use. Like, is it free for developers? I'm pretty sure I'm probably wrong on that aspect, but from what I saw, it was free. I was like, what? Wait, these engines were free?
Supposedly, if I'm remembering this right, from when they did the first like reveal back in 2020, UE5 was going to be completely free, and they were going to have baked in assets that developers could use. And also being able to like transferring your assets was supposed to be easier and stuff like that. I believe.
How do they make money from developers using their engine though? Like I'm not understanding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might be a bit off on that. Let me fact check.
We can one of these days we'll have somebody come in here explain these engines and how companies make money off of these. But they saying that junk free. I was like, I didn't know that. But let's move it along, Persona man, because we got to get into the rumor mill. Okay, rumor has it from Power 104.
Oh yeah, I forgot what song that is. That's an actual song too.
Yep. So shout out to my man, my boy Zuby Tech Man on Twitter. He doing the Lord's work over there on Twitter. highlighting something that was mentioned here on WUPS like a couple of months ago or just a while ago. You know, we were stating here that I feel like PlayStation could be, acquiring some of these new developer studios like the Haven and the Deviation. Deviation was the one I was leaning more towards, but we just got a recent news that they acquired, Haven Studios. But these pictures came out here, Persona, man. And listen, I'm not the smartest guy, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. But
Technically you are, but go ahead.
There's a lot of PlayStation stuff here in the studio, right? We got dual senses, we got the whole smorgasbord of PlayStation all over the studio. What's your thoughts, man?
Can we talk about how beautiful, like, this studio? I'm not gonna lie, bro. This studio looks very beautiful. Like, it is a good looking studio, man.
Yeah.
Like, I like this setup a lot. I've never really known non-PlayStation developers to have dual senses hanging up in their studio, though. Listen, guys. We don't know nothing. We are only going by what we see. And and then there's a lot of blue, like you see. Like, go back to that other picture.
Which one? Dual senses?
When they had the blue writing. No. Keep going.
Here. Deviation.
Not the Deviators. The one where it's got like a little bit of the blue writing on the wall.
I got it up.
Oh, you got it?
Just behind.
Yeah, Deviation. The blue, PlayStation blue. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of blue in this studio, and which is weird because Deviation is red. Like their logo colors and whatnot is red and
that
black.
reddish orange kind of thing.
Yeah, reddish orange, blackish, and it's like I'm seeing a lot of dual sense. Listen, I don't know no studio that is putting PlayStation dual senses up in their studio on the wall, right? If you're not actual PlayStation studio, that's all I'm saying, man. I don't know nothing. You understand? This could just all be, just because they love PlayStation or whatever, or PlayStation is partnered with them, so they doing that. And then once the partnership ends, they might tear all that shit down and just put up, some white walls. I don't know, but right now it's looking like, shout out to Bari, because Bari is the one that kind of talked about this and kind of predicted this, where he's like, yo, man, thinks Deviation and whatnot are going to be picked up. If I was a betting man, I would put money on Deviation definitely is getting picked up by PlayStation.
I will agree. I would agree 100%, man. Because it's kind of strange to see it. like you said it perfectly. That you don't normally would see like a third party or indie developers just having dual sense PlayStation colors and all, unless they're actually with family or. But I'm super excited for like Deviation Studios, because like Treyarch is pretty much my favorite Call of Duty developer, and a lot of the head Treyarch guys formed this studio, so I'm really excited to see what they're gonna create or what they're gonna be showcasing their new game, man. Like I said, you guys don't understand. Persona knows too. Like, I love Treyarch, man. Persona love Treyarch as well. So this is why this studio always like stood out for me personally.
Yeah.
Rather than like Haven or the Firewalk and all that stuff, but Deviation always stood out for me. And I would be super excited if it was announced that they are part of PlayStation. Like, you took one of my favorite developers, you know what I mean? Now you're part of
I was gonna say, man, I think Deviation is definitely the studio that I'm rooting for the most. I know that sounds kind of messed up out of the 3 that PlayStation is partnering with, but because I love COD so much, and because I know that a lot of them are here and they're making a multiplayer, AAA multiplayer shooter IP specifically for PlayStation, I want them to do good. I want them to succeed. I want their game to do well. And I want PlayStation. I agree, man. I want PlayStation to have them, man, because I feel like that would be a big thing to have Call of Duty experienced developers and Bungie and Halo shooter experienced developers on your side in your repertoire. That's big. That's big, man. That's big.
You guys let us know, man. Let us know your thoughts. Like, do you guys feel like this is going to be, announced soon that they're part of PlayStation? Seen it with Haven, but Haven, we ain't even see that studio how that look. But
hey, that's crazy, yo. We see more from Deviation than Haven, bro. We don't even know what that studio look like, bro. They could be working down in a basement somewhere, bro. Like, yo, that's shit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but it's smart for PlayStation because that's like first like Canadian like studio.
That's first party. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, who does this? Like, you know what I mean? If you're not a part of PlayStation, all this.
It would be different if they had like a PlayStation controller, a Xbox controller, and a Switch. Because, like, all right, fine, bro. This is all DualSense.
All DualSense on the wall. You know what I mean? But when that news do happen, we'll definitely.
You heard it here first.
You already know.
When it happens.
You already know the vibe.
When it happens, you heard it here first.
We're gonna be jumping with glee. Okay. But Persona, man.
Yes, sir.
We're still in the rumor mill here, man. But we got the Persona files. Yeah, that's my mystery music, guys. But we
hit it with the X-Files music.
Persona file. So Persona, man, you made
What's up?
Very interesting tweet here, man, the other day.
I did.
Yes,
boy.
you did, man. You did. You was just casually scrolling through Twitter. Using your fingers to scroll on up and scroll on down, and then you said, let me tweet this here, not knowing that your boy Jay Bari is gonna be like, this sounds good.
It sounds good. Absolutely.
So I want you to explain this tweet here, man. You got Millennia chilling with PlayStation execs. What you thinking over there, Persona? What's on your mind?
Yeah, listen, I'm scrolling through Twitter. You feel me? I follow Greg Rice, and he is the head. Let me make sure I get this right. He is the head of PlayStation Creators, right, and the ex-VP of Business Development at Double Fine. So he's an exec. He's one of the big wigs. And so there's two tweets that he made. This is the one that I quote tweeted, but there was a tweet that he made when he was, I think it was in Europe or in Japan, I forget, where he was saying, "Oh, I'm chilling with Millennia," and there was a picture of a Millennia statue and all that stuff. And then that was like, and then on this tweet, he tweeted again when he got back to the U.S. and into his regular office, and he said, what he said. "Oh, she's followed me from." Oh, it's from London, so it was London that he was in. It's like, "Oh, she followed me from London," and I'm sitting there and I'm like, They PlayStation. And listen, guys, I'm no insider, right? But again, I'm just looking at how things are moving, right? PlayStation has been tweeting a lot about Elden Ring lately, right? They just made a tweet this morning talking about Tarnished Guy, something, right? That that could just be them, playing up to the hype and whatnot, which I get it. But then you've got execs. Again, oh, there it is. They go to the first one. Help! I'm being hunted, and got Millennia in the background. And I'm like, listen,
too, man.
That's a big ass statue, bro. That's the size of a human. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, listen, who has that type of stuff just sitting in their room or sitting in their office if it ain't something that is synonymous with PlayStation? You get what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, all right, PlayStation, they not hyping up stuff that really isn't going to be synonymous with their brand. So I'm looking at him and what he's putting out, and I'm like, all right, well, if he's doing this in London, and then from London, the Millennia followed him back to US and to his regular office, and then coupled with the tweets and everything, something's happening, right? Something might be happening here where it's like, yo, we might be seeing, something that From Software might be working on that might be synonymous with PlayStation in the future, or the thing that people have been hyping up with that acquisition, where people say that's not going to happen because they would have to buy Kodakawa or whatever. And I'm like, listen, we never thought Activision would get acquired by who they got acquired by. So it's like
even Bungie.
Or Bungie. So I'm just like, listen, at this point, I wouldn't put it past them because Dark Souls, the Souls genre is so popular. I could see PlayStation creating Demon Souls movies and shows and shit. Hey
Mm.
man, I could see them do. I could see this acquisition. This acquisition seems plausible based upon what I have seen from PlayStation and their executives as of late.
Yeah, I mean, we seen the pictures of them visiting studios in California. Firm Software was, hey, we're at the PlayStation studio, whatnot. And yeah, you know, they already worked with PlayStation Bloodborne. Hey, they started out the Souls with Demon Souls. It is something viable, man. Like it's interesting because like when I saw your tweet, I was like, because I didn't piece it together. I followed Greg Rice, but I didn't see the tweets. So I was like, when I saw you tweet that, I was like, wait, it does kind of make sense, man. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
it's definitely interesting. It's definitely something that we're gonna keep our eyes on as we further explore the Persona files.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's happening. I'm saying that coincidence, highly unlikely. There's no such thing as coincidence.
But that also makes sense too. What you said with like, you know, probably like a TV show, something like that they can explore.
Or movies and stuff like that. Yeah, I could definitely see them trying to capitalize on that because look what they're doing with their other game properties and whatnot.
But what if they make like a Destiny type for that?
Yes, I would. I love Destiny. And Destiny's lore is very strong, like extremely strong, where they could make like a TV show with like several seasons. Like it could be if they did it right, it could be an extremely popular TV show because the lore of Destiny is very deep. Going back to Destiny 1 is very, very deep.
Okay. We're definitely gonna see Persona. Like I said, we're gonna keep our eyes on this. And yeah, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? Like I like Firm Software games. I'm not like saying I'm the greatest like of Souls fan like that, but I do play their games. I think they make pretty good games. That would be very interesting to have them under the umbrella officially with PlayStation, and we can finally goddamn get Bloodborne 2.
Yo, I know people are fiending for that, man. Bloodborne 2 and Bloodborne remake or
either or. If they announce a remake or a second game, the internet is gonna burn down. You know what I mean? The internet is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna. If they announce both, the internet is gonna just shut down, bro. That day, the internet gonna overload.
But man, we got a super chat here.
Oh yeah, shout out to Viper, man. Appreciate you for the super chat, bro. Always. He says, you guys are now insiders based on intelligent deductions and common dual sense.
Common dual sense. I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Viper, man. Appreciate the support, bro. Like I said, guys, if you guys enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It does help the channel and you know podcasters out here. But
see, before we move on real quick, I want to specify because I think Elden Ring, I think Bandai Namco might own that IP.
No, they publish it. They publish it. I don't think they own.
They don't own it.
Matter of fact, Bandai, they about that PlayStation life too. When it comes to like publication of games, they would like to take the IP, but I'm not too sure if they own the Elden.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think From might own this. But just to be safe, I'll kind of leave the door cracked where it might be Bandai and not From. But either or, right? It could be potentially be an acquisition of Kodokawa or From Software, or they might just outright scoop up Bandai Namco. Because Bandai Namco got a lot of stuff, especially a lot of anime dedicated stuff under their belt.
That would be huge. That Bandai make bread. Like I love Bandai Namco. Sometimes you know they could be a little bit too much. Like slow down Bandai and properly you know make these games be developed or whatnot. But yeah, that would be huge. That would be a huge.
And we know that PlayStation is locking down the anime market in terms of like Funimation, Crunchyroll. They own all that. You feel me? So what better way to lock down the game anime market than to lock down one of the biggest game anime publishers out there at Bandai Namco? Most everything goes through Bandai.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, it would be interesting to see that. That one is gonna be hard to believe, but
no, I don't believe it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just throwing shit out there.
like, I would be upset at that because I like Bandai Namco.
Yeah, I like Bandai Namco as well. Yeah. But go ahead, my fault. Continue.
But do you like
Uh-oh.
Max Payne games, Persona?
Yes, I do.
Did you like Max Payne 1 and 2?
1, yes. 2, I don't remember too vaguely.
I'm not the biggest of Max Payne fan. I'll be honest with you. I'm more of the what was the other game called? I think it was like Shadow something. Where you had the dog, but you also had like the bullet time. It was like a husky dog.
Oh, you talking about Dead to Rights? Yo,
Is it Dead to
I
Rights?
love that. Yes, Dead to Rights.
Yeah, the dog name was Shadow, right? The dog.
Yeah. I love Dead to Rights Retribution. That's the game. Dead to Rights Retribution. Yeah, I love that game, bro.
I played Max Payne 1. Max Payne 2, I didn't complete, but I know I played it. Max Payne 3, I played. I didn't complete that. But yeah, I was never really like the big Max Payne guy. Like, yeah, Dead to Rights. Yeah, I was more Dead to Rights guy.
I love Dead to Rights.
I enjoyed that game.
That, and what's funny is because around that time with Max Payne 1 and 2, 50% Bulletproof and Dead to Rights was out. I played those games a little bit more, and I kind of remember those much more than I do Max Payne. Max Payne 3 is a dope game, though. I played a lot of that multiplayer and played through that. I do enjoy Max Payne's, and I do understand like the hype and the rapport that Max Payne has within the community. It's definitely a game like these remakes. I'm hyped. I'm definitely excited. I wish they were doing Max Payne 1, 2, and 3, and not just 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's weird because Rockstar is actually financing remakes, according to what we're seeing here with reports.
Yep.
So it's kind of weird that we don't see the 3 as well.
Which leads me to believe that Rockstar is probably going to be porting that over to next gen and like just, spruce it up a bit. I think that's what's going to happen because it makes no sense to not have them do all 3 games, right? You only having them doing 2 when Max Payne 3 is the one that most people want the most. Like if you were to ask people which Max Payne they want to have like on a current gen console, I feel most people would say 3 because 3 is the most 3 is the freshest in people's minds, but also 3 is also again that multiplayer, that story, that joint is fire, bro. So I feel like with that, they are definitely throwing that over. They're porting that over. That's why Rockstar in the works right now is porting over Max Payne 3. I believe is porting over Max Payne 3 to PS5 and Xbox.
I would to be honest with you, that to me that don't sound as good as how this is sounding because from what I'm reading here, they're saying that this is going to be a full remake, standalone title 1 and 2, being developed for PlayStation 5 and other platforms as well. Using the Control engine, the Northlight engine. That's a great ass engine. You know
what game is made on that engine? Oh, Control.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's good.
Like the port. That's the that don't sound as appetizing as or appeasing as how this is sounding. And they saying the budget has the same size of a typical Remedy AAA production, financed by Rockstar. But here's the bad news: currently in concept development stage.
We're not getting this till like the end of the generation, bro.
Yes, okay. So this is if they're saying stuff like this is in concept stage, this is like a full remake. Like obviously we see the new engine being it, so they're overhauling the whole game and being recreating everything.
Yeah.
But it sounds good to me, man. Like as somebody that never really got into Max Payne like that, I would definitely pick. Because I like the Control engine. Control, that thing was doing a lot. You know what I mean?
The Control engine, I actually really like the Control engine. And Control, like, the stuff that you were doing in Control with like the levitating and being able to slow stuff down and do all that, it makes sense that they would make this game on that engine. Yeah, because in Max Payne, with this remake, I definitely believe they're gonna have like much more destructibility, like being able to get shot through the walls and all that, and it's going to be a lot of bullets flying and all that crazy shit. So, yeah, this Control engine makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, man. If you guys are excited for Max Payne, let us know. But not new, but and they stay with the podcast. We're going to be having a little game of either or when it comes to masters and I think that's a lot of fun playing along with you guys. But let's move along here, Persona, man. Let's move along here as we mosey on down here. You brought up Firesprite earlier, and yeah, Firesprite is pretty busy, man. From every time I hear about this new PlayStation, studio, they're doing something, man. They're working.
Hey man, listen, PlayStation don't mess around when it comes to the people they work with, man. They want people that they do the job. You feel me?
Imagine getting acquired and already going through the paces of developing games, and
they got like 2 or 3 projects too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like every time I see them in the news, there's always like something new that they're doing. So the report is that they're creating a AAA horror game using the Unreal Engine 5.
You don't want that, Bari. You ain't buying that.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that there's no real information here because they're going off of like job listings and reports and whatnot. But like I said, if it's a horror game and you have like actual stuff to fight back with, you know what I mean? I dibble and dabble in it. But if it's one of those, I got a cam recorder. And I got a night vision mode, and I gotta run. You know what I mean?
You throwing nickels and pennies at the enemy.
Yeah, you got to throw a rock so they can go over there. Like, nah, I'm good on that. But yo, you know, funny. I like watching people play games like that, though. You know what I mean?
Those games are fun to watch. I do agree.
I find it interesting that like some people got the nerves of steel, bro. They got the nerve. Watching like
something will jump out at them, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Jack Move, he streamed Outlast, and I'm just like, how this man can just play this game? Like, there's certain moments where he's like, a little shook up, but this man is just like, I gotta go here. I'm like,
I gotta keep it moving.
I'm the type of dude is like, I'm staying in that locker until I don't hear no sound, no footsteps, nothing.
Oh my god,
it's crazy, man. But how you feel about this, man? Are you play horror games, though? You will play a horror game.
Yeah, I would definitely, I definitely play, depending on what it is. But, we need to see the projects. We know that they're collaborating with Guerrilla on Horizon Call to the Mountain.
Yeah.
So, I need to actually see what they're working on. I know I have confidence that what they're working on is definitely going to be very interesting and solid. But you know how we are, Bari. I want to see. I want to see what it is. So, but this is good news, man. That means they're busy. That means they're staffing up. That means that they got, there's things in the pipeline. People keep saying, well, what PlayStation got coming out next? Well, now we know. I'm gonna save that topic for later. But I'm saving that topic for later. I'm getting ahead of us. But PlayStation developers are working, right? And I'm happy to see that. And they're working on multiple things, which again is really good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a Firesprite studio. We can't wait to see what you guys are doing over there in the PlayStation. Well, let's move on here, man. We gotta talk about my man Jack Tretton, man. Jack Tretton came into the news.
Hey, how can we get him on the show, man? Show later. Hit on Jack Tretton, man. Tell him to come through the WUPS,
my man, old Jack Tretton to come on through, man. Jack Tretton pretty much was stating here, it's nothing really like major news, but he's pretty much saying that he just wishes that PlayStation was to support the Vita more. Because the Vita lost a lot of first party support like pretty quickly. The sales weren't that strong, and first party just pulled away from it, focused more, which it eventually worked out in PlayStation's favor. But when it comes to first party support, PlayStation was very weak when it came to the Vita. But how you feel about it now? Looking at it now, and how the PlayStation 5 and 4 and heck the 3 came out. How do you feel about lack of PlayStation support with first party on the?
So, we've had this conversation like long time ago, Bari. So I do agree with Jack Tretton that that first party support definitely dipped very quickly, where Japan was really more so propping up the Vita at that point, because you were starting to get a lot more other Japanese titles like Muramasa, Neptune v. Blonde, or stuff like that, right? I think the thing that kind of pisses me off. I don't Let me not say pisses me off. The thing that really like disappoints me is that the Vita was ahead of its time, like tremendously ahead of its time, where, a lot of the things that gamers are um pushing now, like when it comes to like cloud streaming and being able to game on the go and things like that, and being able to kind of you start your game at home and still be able to play like on the go and things like that. PlayStation pioneered a lot of that stuff back there in the PlayStation 3 generation with remote play, right? And so when the Vita first came out and it had those type of features, a lot of people couldn't really appreciate how advanced and how just how great this stuff is. And I think PlayStation might have been, because obviously the technology was still developing. PlayStation was still trying to get a handle on how things needs to work and things like that. So, and oftentimes a lot of people, especially media, was saying that they did not want console-like experiences on the go. Although I do agree that PlayStation didn't, first party did not handle the support as great as they could. I do think that the media played a hand in the Vita's demise, downplaying a lot of Vita's futuristic features like remote play, like console-like experiences and things like that, which I do think also dampened the success of the Vita as well. Because if we fast forward to now, shout out to the Switch, the Switch is killing it, but a lot of the things that the Vita does, the Switch can't do, but also a lot of the things that the Switch is doing, people said they did not want with the Vita. You get what I'm saying? So I do think if the Vita were to release maybe like towards, I don't know, like the middle of PS4 gen, maybe towards the end of the PlayStation 4 generation, coupled with the PS Now, coupled with the cloud streaming and all that stuff, and sub services and all these things that we have now, I do think that the Vita would have been better received by the media and better received by the public. I love my Vita. I still have my Vita to this day, and I got quite a few games for it. I just think it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, like I agree with you 100% what you're saying, but I also gotta disagree with Jack Train here, because as of I got the Vita day one, and PlayStation themselves, when it came to like the first year or the second year as well, they had a lot of first party titles for the Vita. I just think the Vita didn't push and didn't sell as well as it did, just due to how the memory worked on the game. You know what I mean? The platform itself. The platform was great, had a lot of features, had a lot of stuff to it, but you were buying games, and then if you wanted the memory and the space, you were buying memory cards that cost double, triple the game. You know what I mean? Just so you can get some space. And then they had this certain things where if you delete a game, you're deleting the game and the game save data. They eventually fixed that stuff later on with like patch updates. But when I'm seeing that PlayStation never really support the Vita, like towards like the end of the the handheld cycle, but the beginning of that cycle, they had a lot of first party games. There was Killzone games, Uncharted games, Resistance games, Gravity Rush. I'm talking about
there was a lot. Oh, first party. Yeah, Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
There were Tearaway.
Yep.
There were a ton of first party titles. God of War, Ghost of Sparta
games. Yep.
It was a lot on that Vita first party.
It didn't sell.
But again, and I think that part of it goes back to what I was saying with the whole people not, quote unquote, not wanting console like experiences on the go, and it being ahead of its time. I do think the proprietary memory played a big part in that as well, because those memory cards were expensive as shit, man. They were really, really expensive. So I do think that played a big part in the downfall, kind of like the cell architecture with the PS3. But again, I think with the Vita, despite the proprietary memory, I think as a handheld, it's a solid machine that did a lot.
Like in my opinion, like I got a lot of respect for Jack Trin, but I feel like sometimes comments like this can be a bit disingenuous, because let me ask you this: would you change anything of how the PlayStation 4 was presented to you, or how it was marketed, or how the games came out?
No.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
No,
Like the PlayStation
because they had
4,
a lot of great games. Like they showed
yeah,
off a lot of great stuff.
a lot of the stuff taken away from the Vita, right? These first party studios, they went to what? PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 is coming out. That's the main thing. We're going to focus on that. You know what I mean? And PlayStation 4 from the rip was just delivering, you know, especially from my opinion. So yeah, I look at comments like this, like, yeah, you know, in hindsight, you can look at it like, yeah, they took away some support from the Vita or whatnot, this and that. But eventually you got a console that was one of the best ever to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From game standpoint, from how you delivered stuff, you offered VR. You know what I mean? It was a game changer as far as on a console standpoint. That yeah, you had to sacrifice some Vita support or whatnot to focus your developers and all that stuff on. But at the end of the day, it panned out and paid off tremendously for gamers and for PlayStation themselves. Because PS3 from PS4 is a huge turnaround. You know what I mean? Just on a profit basis wise, revenue and profit wise.
Yep.
They had to make some sacrifices, and it panned out for them. So like comments like this, I look at it like, yeah, you know, you can look at it like, damn man, I wish it would have supported the Vita some more, you know, as an owner of it. But at the end of the day, it kind of panned out well for you, the gamer, and for PlayStation, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I know people say, oh, they don't need to get back into the handheld market because the Switch is just too dominant. But I'm just like, I feel like now where we're at right now with, you know, these sub services and all this other stuff, I wouldn't mind seeing PlayStation put out another Vita, like a Vita 3 or a PSP 2 or something like that. That was a little bit more advanced and stronger.
You can't name it.
No, I mean PSP 2. Call it PSP 2 or something like that. And I would love for them to get give handheld one last shot. Well, just one last shot. Because I feel like that would complete the family of consoles. You get what I'm saying? Because you got the PS5, you got the PSVR. I feel like we still need that handheld, man. Like,
and they one for one. They one for one. You know what I mean? Like, you had a big success with one. Well, you had, I don't want to say big success. So the PSP was successful.
It was successful, but it was successful because of how you could jailbreak it and have, like, you know, Nintendo.
The hardware itself sold, but the games itself didn't really sell that well. If you compare it to the Vita, the hardware, the Vita didn't sell, but actual games, people bought games on the Vita. You know? Yep. But Persona. Oh, we got a super chat here from Magnificent Black with a trophy. Shout out to my man Magnificent, man. You know what I mean? We bless you up with another trophy right there. You feel me? But Persona, man, we got some new DLC coming, man, to a game that we definitely loved and enjoyed.
Absolutely.
So Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Hinokami Chronicles got some
paid DLC too. I was like, yo, they said y'all got enough free characters.
Bro, they gave away like what, like 7 free characters if you just purchase a game. So yeah, this is going to be the paid DLC has been announced, where they have Tengen, or Hashira Tengen. They have Daki. She is the upper 6. Moon Demon. Then you have her brother Gaitoro. You have Nezuko, the awakened form, which is like one of the most baddest forms in the anime. And they also have like Tanjiro, the entertainment district, and Zetsu and Inosuke entertainment district. I don't know what that implies, but they are way more powerful in the entertainment district than they were in like the beginning of the show or whatnot. But yeah, bro, I'm excited for this.
Tengen and Nezuko awakened form are definitely two characters that I can't wait to get in the lab and try out.
Oh, Nezuko gonna be broken, bro.
Absolutely. That's why we run it down. You feel me? Absolutely. Because base Nezuko is OP with them slashes and whatnot. So I could just imagine the awakened form. She gonna be crazy.
She's gonna be faster.
And Tengen, I like his fighting style. Like, he looks very interesting. So he's somebody I definitely want to. I can't wait to see how that translates to the game.
Yeah, Tengen is definitely OP. Sound breathing and all that. Yeah, he's cool. Like the only dual wielding like type Hashira. But yeah, I'm excited for Daki and Gaitoro as well, because Gaitoro, he has like the sickles or the whatever, and his moves are kind of OP. Like, and the demons we already know in this game is like OP. it's strong as hell.
broken.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for this, man. I'm definitely excited for this to see what's gonna happen when it comes to the game, because normally when we see new characters, we're also gonna see a new patch update. So I want to see if they revert the whole air dashing and ground dashing. But yeah, I'm excited to play as Zenitsu as well, and Zenitsu. So we're definitely going to see. But this is coming in the summer. And yeah, I'm super excited to see if they actually add like a lobby mode as well, because that's one of the things that they were highly recommending with the game. And CyberConnect 2 have been listening to people when it comes to like updates to the game and whatnot. We'll see if they do have that stuff available along with the payable downloadable characters. But yeah, I think Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba was a really good game. But that one patch update for me personally, that's kind of. But I'll play it when these characters come back out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the last news that we have here is that a game, I don't think a lot of people was like really harking upon it, but it definitely was one of those cool games that was announced to not come to PlayStation, but now it's coming to PlayStation. And the fact that Drinkbox had like a good relationship with like PlayStation, but finally, Nobody Saves the World is coming to PlayStation 5 and 4 along with local co-op. This is a cool little RPG game from Drinkbox Studios, and it was one of those games that was shown at one of the showcases. A lot of people was confused, like, yo, what, PlayStation is not getting this game? You know what I mean? But now it is finally coming to the PlayStation Nation. So and it's coming pretty soon, man. So Nobody Saves the World. I like the aesthetic of the game. I like it. It's pretty cool. I'm hearing a lot of great things about the game as well, and I think this is definitely one to look forward to. PlayStation. What's your thoughts on this, Persona? Something that you're interested in?
Yeah, I get Binding of Isaac vibes from this. So yeah, I'll definitely check this out. Give it a shot. I like it. I like the aesthetic. I'll give it a shot. I'll pick it up.
I'm definitely down. I mean, and I appreciate Drinkbox for finally bringing this goddamn game.
Sound like you were stumbling a little bit there, brother.
Yeah, I said Drinkbox.
Drinkbox.
But now, man.
Oh yeah.
But yo, let's get into these topics, man. Let's get into this. We got quite a few of them, man. We got quite a few of them here, Persona. The first one we're gonna talk. Oh, matter of fact, you guys, we made it to the topic portion, so you know the vibes already. Here's some trophy. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Appreciate everybody supporting. If you guys enjoying the stream so far, hit the like button, and yeah, so these topics are gonna be interesting.
Blessed be unto the trophies.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. So,
yes, sir.
First topic we have here, man. Should fighting games go free to play, Persona? We saw Maximilian dude. He pretty much had like a discussion on his Twitch channel. You know, he uploaded them on YouTube, where he's talking about that he feels like fighting games should go free to play, just so more people can have access. One of the struggles with fighting games is that a lot of people, these games, they die out pretty quickly, or people are not willing to play that upfront cost just to get into the game or whatnot. But some people is suggesting that free to play can probably help resolve that issue when it comes to fighting games. But what's your thoughts, man? Because I disagree with Max on this.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Maximilian, right? I have a lot of respect for him. I met him a couple times. So I just want to, and the only reason I'm putting that out there is because when you tend to disagree with people tend to think that, oh, that means you don't like them or you're disrespecting them. So I just like to preference that stuff, right? I have a lot of respect. Yeah, I've been watching Maximilian for years, right? I disagree 100%. What the fuck you talking about, man? Right? And this is why I say this. It's because this conversation translates from like the $70 argument we always have, or the conversation of like games going into a service day and date versus just buying it outright. And it's like, yo, again, if we use something like Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring is a game that people wanted, so they went out and bought, right? The thing with fighting games is the learning curve for fighting games, regardless if it's just something that's free or something that you have to pay for. A lot of more casual players or people that aren't really used to fighting games or don't really play that as their main genre, they don't want to put the time in to learn and actually get good at a game, right? I don't think making a game free to play would change that, because at the end of the day, even if you made a game free to play, you still gonna be getting curb stomped just for free. You get what I'm saying? And so I think when it comes to making something free to play in regards to trying to get more people in, because listen, I understand, fighting games are more niche nowadays, right? Where not as many people are buying them, or people who do buy them or give them a chance tend to drop the game rather quickly. And a lot of these fighting communities for some of these games die off, or it's hard to find matches, or you got to go to rank, and rank is just sweaty as hell. So I get that, but when it comes to those type of games, I don't see them being free from the start as allowing people to get into it quicker, because one, fighting games tend to go on sale rather quickly, or multiple fighting games really. And when it comes to, again, I think the biggest part of it is wanting to actually learn the game. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing, or the hurdle, when it comes to the fighting game community and newcomers, is you want to just win. No one likes to lose, right? And I get that. But in fighting games, losing can be more beneficial to you than winning, because losing means that you can learn from those mistakes and get better. You get what I'm saying? If you're just winning, 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 right? Yeah, that's great. You get that dopamine drip, but I feel losing also has its benefits, and a lot of people don't want to lose. They just want to mash their way to victory, like striker players. So I think it's one of those things. I just throw that jab in there. I'm joking, but I think it's one of those things where you have to want to learn in fighting games. If you don't want to learn, it's just not for you, and that's okay. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's every game, every genre is not going to be something that you like. If you want to, delve out into new genres and try things out, I think that stuff is great, and I encourage all gamers to do that. But if you delve into a new genre and don't find enjoyment there, that's just you. That's just the game saying, okay, this is not for me. Let me go back to what I like, and that be the end of it. But no, in our community and in today's time, everything has to be for everybody all the time, and it's like, no, that is not how gaming works. That's just not how this works.
Yeah, like this is definitely like a multi-layered like conversation, but I'm gonna try to wrap it up pretty quick. Where I don't think fighting games should go free to play. Like, all fighting games should go free to play. I'm not saying that free to play doesn't have its market or its stay within the fighting game genre, but the things that why people don't play fighting games, I think free to play will still affect the reason why people don't play fighting games. I think the issue that fighting game have, majority of them, not all of them, because you do have those fighting games that people are going to play forever. You know what I mean? Because they're more popular, they're a bigger game, they have a big audience to play within. But majority of fighting games have this issue where they don't properly teach you how to play the game. You know what I mean? Like, tutorials are very basic text words that say terminologies that people wouldn't understand. I just think I think developers of fighting games need to put more care and within like stuff like learn how to play a game. Majority of the tutorials that we boot up, when we play a fighting game, is the most generic, basic stuff ever. One of the best tutorials I've ever seen from a fighting game was from Guilty Gear XR, like Rev 2 or Rev or whatnot, where they made it enticing. They had cues, they had like visual cues, they had the text there as well, but it also didn't hit you and overbeat you with these words that people don't. Oh, fuzzy. You can fuzzy your opponent. Somebody coming into a fight again. What the hell is a fuzzy? Are you talking about a teddy bear? You know what I mean? Like, people don't know those type of terminology. You know what I mean? Where I think they can do much better in. Another thing is the gamer itself. What the gamer always tells you when it comes to a fighting game. Oh, I'm not going to get that because I'm not good at fighting games, or I'm going to get beat up, or I don't have the time to learn this fighting game. You know what I mean? Having the game free to play is not going to change that mentality that people have when it comes to fighting games. Fighting games has become more accessible and approachable throughout the years than ever. You know what I mean? Where you have auto combos, you have 4-button layouts, you have 1-button supers, 1-button DPs. They're making these games super accessible to people, but people are still saying that it's difficult. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like the tutorial aspect and learning the game also ties into it. Another thing is that the content has to be continually flowing in a fighting game. You know what I mean? Like, and that goes into budget as well, because you know some developers don't have the same budget as, you know, other developers. Like a Mortal Kombat, they can pump out Rambo, RoboCop, all you know, left and right, you know, each month. But another fighting game, you know, just due to their budget and whatnot, they can't pump that out like that. But I do think that content can have people staying in the game where you have a consistent flow of like DLC characters or just crossover characters. That I think that play a big part of keeping more casuals within the fighting game, you know, genre. And also the last point I want to say is that the lobby system, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I agree.
That stuff brings a lot of casual play. Like some people just want to play with their friends. They might not want to play ranked or, you know, in a lobby mode or whatnot. They want to do a private lobby. And a lot of these games don't have a proper private lobby system where you can just easily hook up and invite your friend and just play. It's a lot of hoops and ladders that you got to climb and all that stuff. Or they might not have a goddamn lobby. You know what I mean? So I think that's an issue that plays into it. Free to play is not going to solve the issue when it comes to fighting games, especially when people continue to think about fighting games. Oh, look at this DLC character. Oh, now, you know, people can buy this character and I don't know how to play against this character or whatnot. That's going to create the same type of issues if the game were free to play. Just now you have that day one instead of, you know, day 60 or something like that. You know what I mean? Because now not every character you're going to buy, right? But somebody's going to have that character that you didn't know how to fight against, and you're going to have to get mopped up or just learn that character, or guess what? Probably buy that character. You know what I mean? So it's not really solving those issues. But yeah, I just, at the end of the day, I think fighting games, yeah, they are a niche in my opinion, but they can do a lot better when it comes to tutorials, lobbies, and that's overall content as far as just like bringing people into the mix. Tekken did a great job doing that stuff when they like, yo, Noctis and Tekken. What's the dude named Negan and Tekken? I don't play fighting games, but I want to play Negan. I like Walking Dead. You know what I mean? That can bring a lot of people into a fighting game. But the accessibility, all that stuff is there day one, where I think they're trying to bring a lot of people into the games by making games easier. But if you're not willing to learn a game, no different than an Elden Ring or Horizon, you got to learn the game. But a lot of people are not trying to learn a fighting game. You can make a game 1-button supers and 1-button DPs, but if somebody have fighting game knowledge and how framework and just how, you know, basic mechanics work in a fighting game, you're not winning. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's 1 button. But yeah, I don't think it will solve the issue. I don't think it will help. But you know, I definitely see the other, you know, points of view when it comes to it. But I don't want that in fighting games, in my personal opinion. What you was gonna say, Persona?
I forgot. I ain't gonna lie, it slipped my mind, so probably wasn't that important.
I know this won't slip your mind here, Persona, man. Shout out to Chris Judge, man. Christopher Judge out here. Just an hour ago, he made this tweet. Can't wait for folks to see how calm and reasonable we are when Ryan Hertz, I guess, was tweeting about God of War Ragnarok.
Yo, listen. He's speaking up now. We getting something soon. We getting something real soon.
Boy.
He's speaking up now. The man been quiet for a minute, and Ryan Hurst posted this on Thursday. Chris Judge retweeted talking about can't wait for folks to see. Listen, man. We getting something. We getting something real soon. Like I think within this month I think within this. I think within this month, yo, you a fool, bro. I think within this month, we're gonna get some news, man. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we are.
First God of War came out in April, right? April 10th, I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. In April it came out.
So listen, man, this week. Now, let me not hype people up.
I'm not trying to hype it up, and I'm not trying to hype myself up, but seeing him like, start tweeting out like can't wait to see and all that, that means they're done, man. To me, that means they're done. They're ramping up. That means they're ramping up to me. That's what I think. They're ramping up. They're getting ready.
I agree, man. But according to 420, you guys are right. Yeah, 420. According to a lot of people, Persona, man, PlayStation is lacking. Persona, PlayStation is lacking, man. You had all these games come out in January, February, March, April. But what's to come after that, Persona, man? You're lacking.
So, Mr. Jay Bari. Mr. Jay Bari, I'm glad you brought this up because I was looking at the showcase, the show outline, and when I saw this topic, I begged Persona. I said, Persona, you have to let me speak to Mr. Jay Bari and speak to your chat about this topic because it's near and dear to my heart, Mr. Jay Bari. Okay? So hear me out, right? I know, just hear me out, chat, right? Here's the thing. The reason why people are saying that PlayStation is lacking in 2022 is because despite you getting Horizon Forbidden West, despite you getting Seafood, despite you getting Gran Turismo 7, despite you getting God of War Ragnarok, right? But we don't even have a release date for that. We don't know when that's coming out. We don't know when we're getting any news. You get what I'm saying? The thing that you all need to understand is that PlayStation doesn't have anything else slated for the rest of the year, right? You guys are banking on Ragnarok, but we don't even know when that's coming out. That could come out the end of this year. And then after Ragnarok comes out, there is no certainty when it comes to release date for games for PlayStation to where it's like, I don't know what else to get. Like, I might as well sell my PlayStation. You might as well sell your PlayStation so you play God of War Ragnarok because there is no certainty when it comes to PlayStation's games after God of War Ragnarok. Nothing else is coming out.
You see, the gaming politician is one of those people that be like, my backlog. So you're telling me that all of the great games PlayStation released within the beginning of the year is null and void now because it's 2 months old. It's 1 month old. PlayStation has a lot of third party, exclusives coming out with Forspoken. You have one of the bigger games on one of the bigger anticipated games to come out with God of War Ragnarok. PlayStation VR to come out as well. But PlayStation is lacking in 2022. Mr. Gaming Politician, you have been coming on this goddamn show for how long now, disrespecting the PlayStation Nation, and I think we're done with it, man. We're done with your illogical stupidity. We're coining that terminology, illogical stupidity that you come up in here every goddamn week and spew.
So, Mr. Jay Bari, this is
every goddamn week and spew. We are tired of it.
I am the voice of the people. Okay, I speak for the gamer, Mr. Jay Bari. I speak for the little guys, the ones who aren't able to speak for themselves. I'm the voice of the people. Right? I'm their leader. Okay, and what I'm trying to tell you is, with the community and how it is now, PlayStation doesn't have anything coming out. There's nothing coming out for PlayStation. Listen, after Ragnarok, what are you playing? First party.
Oh my God.
You can't even answer that because there's nothing coming out for PlayStation. That's the problem, Mr. Jay Bari.
Oh my God.
There's nothing else
we
coming
don't have
out.
Spider-Man, Wolverine, all those games coming out.
Yes, but the problem is there's no release dates for those, Mr. Jay Bari. Those could be coming out in 2025.
You can't ask a question like, oh, so what after this and after that and after this, what's coming out? And then I list them and then you be like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
That's what I'm trying to say. And in terms to answer your question, yeah, Horizon and all that just came out, but people are already finished with that and moving on to the next thing. What is the next thing? You can't answer that. PlayStation can't answer that.
I know what's the next thing. The mute button. Sorry, Mr. Gaming Politician. We'll catch you next month because
no.
sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
Bro, you gotta put a leash on that, man. You gotta tie him up or something,
I know
man.
this time I was letting him get his bars off because I know he wanted to speak and give his thoughts, but I'm sitting here listening. And I'm like, politician, what the hell are you talking about?
Crazy.
PlayStation has a ton. Listen, PlayStation has a ton of great games that have released, and a ton of more great games on the horizon.
How do you live with that?
Yo, listen, man. I don't know. Like it's tough.
Listen, don't feed him. No, I'm joking.
So, but on a serious note, listen, man, I don't know what people see, and this is the problem with like this community sometimes. I don't know what
it's
people
the media
want.
too. It's the media.
Media, the community, everyone. I don't know what people want right now, because what is the main thing you see people talking about of why they have backlogs? My backlog. Too many games releasing too close to each other. My wallet, my backlog. All this bullshit all the time, right? And here we are now where it's like, okay, there's a little lull. Finish your games. There's 5 games on my list that I want to finish between now and June that I'm going to finish. Horizon and GT. GT is a game that's meant to be played over and over and over. You guys were just complaining about how you see what I mean, no, Bari? People were just complaining. Hold on, Bari. People were just complaining that they didn't want to grind in GT, that they wanted to make the races easier. Now they're ready to move on to the next thing. The races is giving you more money because the update just came out this week. GT races are giving you more money. Now look, now you're looking for the next thing.
Yeah, because a lot of people was posting like, "Yo, look, I just got 8 million just doing like a couple of races."
but here we are now. So now you can do more. You can do less races to get more money. You looking for the next thing. So was it really about the grinding? Or was it really just you wasn't playing the game? Listen, God of War comes out when it comes out. Forspoken comes out when it comes out. There's a ton of other games that's releasing this year that people want to play. Again, there are a ton of games that just released between January and now from PlayStation, Sifu, Horizon,
from the PlayStation 5 day one. First party has been putting out games on a consistent basis. Nobody's thinking first party going to put out a new exclusive every month. That's unheard of.
Here's my thing. Why is the same energy not kept for the other people? And I know we're not trying to do no whataboutisms, but if we compare games releasing, this question should have been being asked to other people, to other companies that's putting out consoles and games. PlayStation has a ton of things to play right now. My question to the people that are asking this question, are you playing the games that PlayStation has already put out? Have you finished those games? Or do you only want to play specific things? And this goes back to something we talked about a long time ago, Bari. People's taste in gaming. A lot of people's taste in gaming is shit or limited. Let me not say shit. Let me not say that. It's very limited, right? Where they only want to play one specific style of game. So if that specific style is not continuously releasing, they feel like there's nothing worth playing, there's nothing coming out. And I'm like, no, there's a ton of things coming out. You just don't want to play that. And that's not my fault. That's not PlayStation's fault. Expand your horizons. Cleanse up that palette. Widen that palette a little bit. And if you don't want to do that, you've got your backlog.
Yeah, I agree, man. I can understand, like, gamers in the community, spewing this bullshit. But when you see like articles start writing this out, like publications start writing this stuff out, it's just like, yo, like really and truly, what have PlayStation done for you guys to be hating on these dudes like that? Where they out of everybody, and Nintendo included as well, they've been doing the most when it comes to like first party studios. You know what I mean? Where you see an acquisition and probably 2 years later a game come out, or PlayStation 5 came out in 2020, and first party has been on a consistent basis dropping games. Yeah, you're gonna have those months where, yeah, obviously they're not gonna have games out. Who expects first party studios from any platform to drop games on a monthly basis? You know what I mean? It's unheard of. It's unreasonable. But if you look at like just this year alone, 2021, the beginning of PlayStation 5, They've been very consistent dropping games. And the funny part is that we see some of the future of the games that's coming out later on. Yeah, they don't have release dates because we've seen clearly from PlayStation 4 generation and forward that developers don't really give out release dates like that no more because they don't want to, give this release date out and then the game gets pushed back a year or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, this game is coming, whatever. When it gets closer to when the game come out, that's when the release date will come. We've seen that time to time. So I just don't understand how these publications now are making these tweets or making these articles talking about after April, what is PlayStation? I'm like, this is coming from who? Like, this don't make no goddamn sense. You know what I mean? Like, how dare you write something like that, especially this year alone? You know what I mean? This year alone, from first party, you got Uncharted, Legacy of Thieves, Horizon, GT7. You know what I mean? And you also, it's not just about first party as well, because they have these deals and partnerships with second party games and third party games with Sifu. You know what I mean? With Anno Mutanum, what's it? Mutanimum or whatever the game's called. I forgot the name of the game. You know what I mean? You have a whole bunch of games that come out for PlayStation.
Mari, never mind all that. Where are you at with your backlog? Like, I'll be honest here, bro. Where are you people at with your backlogs? Because that is one of the number one things that I keep hearing people say on social media in the game community is backlog this, backlog that, backlog this, backlog that. Where are you at with that? Go play some of those games. I don't get it. If you think PlayStation is going to release a brand new AAA exclusive every month, every year, yeah, I got news for you. That's not happening because no other company is doing that either. It's crazy that type of expectation is put on PlayStation, but nobody else. That is unheard of to put something out like that on a consistent basis. What are we talking about here? Especially if you want that type of quality that PlayStation has, what are we really what are we really talking about here? Stop it, man. Like cut it out because you look foolish. You look like fools saying this stupid shit.
You look lame.
Need to stop that, bro. I gotta get that soundbite now. I gotta get that soundbite.
Well, yeah, guys, we are close to closing up the show, but we just want to play a quick little game before we get up out of here, man. You know, the classic either or game. But this is gonna be the remaster / remake edition of this game. So we're not gonna play it too long. You know, we'll probably save it for another time. But let's play at least 2 rounds, Persona. 2 rounds.
Yeah, we can do that.
And let's see what the people are saying. So here's
real quick. Either or is. That's back during council days. If y'all don't, this is a legendary game that we used to play back on the podcast back in the day. Go ahead, Bari. My fault.
Sir. That's way back. That's 2014.
Way, right. Yo, almost 10 years, Bari. Jeez.
Yep. So the first setup is a little confusing here. So let me explain. So, you know, we have a lot of back and forth going on as far as like should a game be remastered or remade or whatnot within the community. So let's do a PlayStation edition, right? So okay. I want you to pick a studio from PlayStation that you will want them to remaster a game, and another studio that you will want them to remake a game. Okay.
So wait, it has to be a PlayStation game that I would want a PlayStation studio to remake or remaster.
To remake or remaster again. I mean, we can separate it into two, to have it remastered or remake. But for right now, we have it. Both. You can choose the either or, remaster or remake.
Okay, I got it. Okay. You want me to start us off?
Yeah, start it off.
All right, Bari. Either or, remake, remaster edition. Would you rather have Insomniac remake Sunset Overdrive built from the ground up for the PS5 and redoing it so that it's actually a quality, made better for the PlayStation 5 and changed whatever mistakes there was? Or would you rather have Naughty Dog remaster Last of Us Part 2 for the PS5?
Yo, this is gonna be hard. That's a hard one, Persona. A lot of people gonna disagree with me on this, but I kind of want that remaster, God.
Yeah, I think I want that remaster.
Yo, because honestly,
no, Sunset. I'm gonna go for Sunset.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this. I love Insomniac Games, but I don't think Sunset Overdrive was their, standing. It don't deserve a standing ovation, in my opinion. I thought the gameplay was cool. Well, that's
what I'm saying. Yeah.
The gameplay was cool, but the game, mission structure and all that stuff was just it was a little bit too much over the top for me. But it was just more. It was just more of a Ratchet and Clank on rails. You know what I mean? Without the story. So
fair enough. The reason why I want to pick Sunset Overdrive is because I want them to get that second chance. And because I know if they get that second chance and remade Sunset Overdrive, for PS5, like ground up, I know it'll be a monster of a game. I just know it would. And because I love Sunset Overdrive, that was what made me pick up the Xbox. So I definitely enjoyed that game.
Me and Andrew, we vibing right now. Andrew Wilkins. So here's my question: either or.
All right, I'm listening.
Killzone 1. Either or. Would you want the original developers, Guerrilla Game, making a remake to Killzone 1, or would you want Bungie to create the remake of Killzone 1? Either or.
I wouldn't want Guerrilla to do the remake because the glow up with Guerrilla is like phenomenal with Horizon. I would definitely want them to get. Plus, Shadowfall was really like a really good game and like it looked really good and all that stuff. So I would love for them to do a remake of Killzone 1.
Okay, I got you.
Either or, Bari. Either or.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather have Kojima do a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1? Or would you rather have Nomura do a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1?
Ooh.
I'm pulling out the big guns, my boy. I'm pulling out the big guns, my boy.
That is a tough one. Yeah, I don't know how to. I'm thinking. Ooh, okay. Because we see what the Decima can do with what Kojima can do with Decima. So I'm assuming like if there was gonna be a Metal Gear Solid, remake, it would be on the Decima engine, right?
Yep.
Can I assume that?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you can assume that.
And then now Kingdom Hearts 3 was using Unreal Engine 4. So
which most likely it would use UE5.
UE5 for the remake for Kingdom Hearts 1. I can assume that, right?
Yes, you can.
Yo, Persona, yo. Yo, it's fun. Yo, I'm having a hard time, dog. Real talk. I'm leaning towards Kingdom Hearts though. I'm leaning towards Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, what?
Because that Metal Gear is up in my top 5 hands down. But Kingdom Hearts, when you look at that series top 2, Kingdom Hearts is second.
Absolutely.
Yo, that was a tough one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nomura as well with the remake for Kingdom Hearts 1. I love Metal Gear.
I don't even want to play. I don't even want to play no more. That one kind of hit me.
That hit Bari hard, bro.
That hit me hard, yo. That hit me hard, yo. Damn. Because we see remasters of Kingdom Hearts, but we also seen like a kind of
remake.
Also seen like a
yeah.
I don't even know what to ask after that, man. I think we should just end it right there. Cause my follow up is not even gonna be that close to that, brother. It ain't even gonna be that close to that. That is a good convo just in itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know Kojima kill it with the Metal Gear remake. But I don't know. I just want to see Nomura do a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1 and just like all the bells and whistles and all this.
We'll end it with this. We'll end it with this.
Okay.
Either or, right? Would you rather a God of War trilogy remake, their first 3 games, being remade as God of War 2018 in that style, or have a remake of the game in its original form but just more polished and new textures and all that stuff for the original 3 games? That would be we don't have to do the original 3 games. We probably do like God of War 3, because the original 3 games being remade, that would be a hard bill to fit right there.
Yeah. All right, so God of War 3 remade in its original style or using God of War 2018 type of format. I'm gonna have to go with God of War 2018 style. Because God of War 20, the reason why I say God of War 2018 is because I love the original God of Wars, and shout out to Jaffe, for creating those, and those will always be iconic in their own right. But that God of War 2018 style just is more personal, and it just seemed a bit more lively. To where I would love to see I would love to see the original God of Wars be remade in that type of style with a much more focused in and more personable
with a jump button.
Yeah, with a jump button. That's a tough one. That's a good one. Yeah. I think God of War 2018. That definitely.
Man, that would shake up the world if they see it in like 2018. Yo, probably a lot of people will be salty on that one.
Nah, we'll close out with this one. I think you'll like this one.
All right.
So would you rather so either or, would you rather get a remake of the PlayStation 5 in a slimmer model, or would you rather get a remaster of the PlayStation 5 in a more pro version? So meaning it still keeps the same type of form, just a bit more powerful. It would have like a little bit more bells and whistles.
Oh, so you put remake and remaster as like, all right, so the PlayStation 5 Pro remaster is just like a smaller version, but a little more powerful though.
Yeah.
But the remake is like a new design, but the same console.
Yes.
Oh, I'm taking the Pro, bro.
You'll take the Pro? Okay.
I'm taking. Yeah, I like the PlayStation 5 format, like how the style of the console is. But if you give me more bells and whistles and better hardware, absolutely, I'm taking that Pro. I don't care how the shit look if it's the same joint. You know what I mean?
Got you.
But yeah, I'm taking that.
That one was kind of weak.
Which I can't wait for that Pro to come.
Yeah, I'm sure it's coming.
But yo, guys, if you guys made it this far, within the show, here's your platinum trophy. Yes, sir, man. Listen, we give out these trophies more than Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Sucker Punch. We just take it. Pause. Like Diddy. Take that. But nah, thank you guys for coming through to What's Up PlayStation podcast episode 78, man. Episode 78 is in the books officially. And let's get into these outros, man. Your persona. Let the people know what's going on, what you vibing with, where they can reach you.
Oh yeah. So first and foremost, man, shout out to the panel, man. Really appreciate y'all coming through, chopping it up with us today, man. Start y'all Saturday mornings off right with the WUPS crew. We definitely appreciate it. Shout out to my bro Bari, man. Always fun. Another great podcast in the books. Even when it ain't a lot of spicy news, me and Bari still gonna give you a spicy show.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hot sauce in there.
Absolutely. For me, man, listen, ladies night, we had ladies night this past week, man. Definitely check that out on my channel if you enjoy that. Really good conversation with the ladies, man. Shout out to Luca, Stone, Dimes, Morgan, Red, and shout out to Whitney too. Even though she can't make it because she's over across the pond, so her time difference is so crazy. But she's also part of the Ladies Nights crew, so shout out to her as well. And so check that out. I don't know if I'm gonna do a When Persona Speaks this week. At least not on Monday. Not Monday, because the news kind of I don't really have anything that I can passionately talk about that I really want to talk about. So we might push When Persona Speaks to later in the week because I do feel like we are going to get some type of news or announcement this week from PlayStation. Something spicy. I don't know. I just feel it in my heart. So I want to push it out.
What's up?
Yeah, I want to push it out to like middle of the week that we'll do a When Persona Speaks. Also, like I'm still, the reviews and stuff like that are still going to be coming to the channel, so be on the lookout for that. Also, it is April, so I am going to be doing giveaways next week as well for the members of the channel. It's going to be a lot of good giveaways, so be on the lookout for that as well. And then I'm just gaming, man. I'm gaming. I'm playing games, man. That's really what I'm doing. I'm going to see Sonic probably tomorrow, and that's it. That's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all. If y'all did, subscribe to this YouTube channel, man. Hit the like button, man. Me and Bari, we trying to grow, man. We see if we could get to 5,000 by the end of the year. But we'll settle for 3. Shooting for 5, but we'll settle for 3.
Then they're gonna tell us like, why you getting with that show? They don't have 5,000 subscribers.
And yeah, man. Listen, we appreciate y'all, man. We hope you guys have a great weekend with your friends, family, and loved ones. And thank you for tuning in to episode 78 of WUPS.
Yeah, man, that's the show right there, man. We appreciate everybody coming through. As for me, you see my content when in June.
Yeah, Bari's on. I told y'all, Bari's on a hiatus. The only time you're gonna see Bari give his thoughts or speak on a show is on WUPS. So it's a WUPS exclusive for a while. So
exclusive content. You know what I mean? So exclusive do matter, guys. Exclusive.
Absolutely.
But nah, man, it's always a pleasure. Seeing you guys in the chat every Saturday. Shout out to Sean Layden. He was in the chat earlier as well. It was great seeing him in the chat. Yeah, man. This is like I said, this was like one of those weeks where the news wasn't like, plentiful, but we still make it work here at What's Up PlayStation. So if you guys did enjoy the podcast, hit the like button, share the stream out, and if you really did enjoy it, subscribe. And we do have some new stuff coming to What's Up PlayStation podcast or the What's Up PlayStation channel, and I think you guys are going to enjoy that, man. Like new emotes is coming. We're going to have a membership as well for those people that want to be a member of the channel and further support the channel.
New shirt designs.
New shirt designs and all that stuff is definitely coming, man. So guys just want to support the podcast, hit up wupsmerch.com and subscribe and all that stuff. It's gonna be a good ride, man. We're gonna take you for a ride. It's gonna be a good one, man. Hopefully you guys will stay with us on this journey that we're taking here, and elevate the PlayStation Nation, man, with this podcast. And appreciate the subscription. But yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. It's Saturday. I'm going to see Sonic 2 with my nieces and nephews, and I'll probably talk about it on Twitter later on, man, after I see it. So catch you guys later. See you guys next week. Same time, same place, same crew. What's up, PlayStation? What's up? What? We gone.
A podcast